welcome, Chameleon Knights. It's your girl, MoCats, reporting for duty as the DM for these wonderful players in the world of Candlekeep. Thank you all for being here. It's the finale of our Xanthoria one-shot. As always, we're lucky to have you all. Nice tab. Scribe. That was really good. That threw me off. Um I'm just gonna go ahead and jump into announcements if that's okay. Does anybody else have any other tween moves they want to do real quick? Nope. We're all tweened out. Okay. We have a merch store. Turns out it's frowned upon to stick post-its with our channel name on the backs of strangers in public, so we'll just stick to online retail for now. As always, tune in to Strahd Sucks on Sundays and the Unbroken Veil New Orleans on Wednesdays. And I am happy to announce that our Thursdays are now accounted for. So you can tune in for this entire cast, minus Alex, unfortunately, who had prior engagements in a real life play. Big stuff, man. Big stuff. And we have a few others joining us. We'll have 6 players plus myself as the DM on Thursdays now. And they're willing to do this every week. Would you believe it? So next Thursday, we're beginning our journey to the Feywild Carnival in the wild beyond the Witchlight. And all of you lovely people in chat have been given tickets for the ring toss. And with that, Damien, do you have any live projects to plug right now?
Live projects. I do stream occasionally, and I will be planning on bringing D&D to that stream. You can find me at twitch.tv. That's /Domasaur. I do also feature in a Crypt of the Ruby Dungeon? Crypt of the Ruby Dragon.
Yep, you got
on
it.
Is Friday's channel, so twitch.tv/isfriday. And that will be all that I'm doing right now outside of making my own campaign.
Nice. Great. And Maz, do you want to plug your podcast, my friend?
Yeah, you can come find me and my crew over on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, with Jousting Through Jacinto. We're getting close to the very end. We just recorded our 15th episode last night. We're getting to a nice peak in our second arc over here in the country of Wormcrest. So whether you're listening to us for the first time or a recurring listener, come join us and come join the fun.
Oh, thank you, buddy. Scribe and Indigo, anything for the good of the channel before we start?
No, I'm just very excited about Thursday nights here. I'm so grateful that you are going to be telling stories, and honestly, it's great to be able to play D&D with you. Honestly, the fact that we all just get to hang out on Thursdays is a bonus for me. You know what I mean? The D&D is second to I get to see you. It's going to be great.
It's a treat for sure. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you.
I
Indigo,
appreciate
you as well. All right. And I think where we left off last time, this is Candlekeep. We are currently doing the Xanthoria. It's supposed to be a one-shot, ended up being a 3-shot. That's just fine. And last week we left our mystery team in a cave with a friend falling through the ceiling. Natural shenanigans for our druid. Thoe, what are you doing as you're falling through the air? And I got a check from Lofus to catch you, but I do need an acrobatics check from you to see how gracefully you fall into his arms.
Oh, okay. Yes, I'm so good at... Actually, I'm better at acrobatics than some things. I'm really terrible at other... Oh, that fits. It's a 12. So, like, not great, but also not terrible.
Perfect. Oh, how do you envision yourself right now?
Well, it's a little awkward because I did collect a half gallon of the purple worm slime, and I'm trying not to lose that. So I'm grabbing the bottle that I have and trying not to. It's a little awkward and it's not graceful.
Hey, that fits. That fits. What is everybody else doing right now? How are we looking, gang?
Just watching it all go down.
Diving to catch.
Yeah, I think we've just seen the spirits of all these animals fly up, and then after watching all of them ascend to the heavens to have something come down that is the Thoe, I think Dr. Jackal is somewhat taken aback and is going to take a few steps away from where Thoe is falling.
Yeah. Okay. Well, how about this? Thoe, I will say with a 13 as you're falling, you see, because you haven't had a chance to look around this room yet, can you give me a perception check as you get your bearings?
Sure. That I'm good at. We'll find out. Yep, 26.
26, you see conveniently behind one of the corpses of these dead monsters that your friends so eloquently destroyed for you as a welcome home gift is another Staff of the Woodlands. And you can tell this thing is fully charged and
Oh.
it does have an X etched into the top of it. You can tell this was Xanthoria's.
Oh gods.
Oh. Hello. Sorry, I missed the fight. Do you mind if I just get down? I mean, thank you for catching me. I appreciate it. I just need to. There's a over there. It's staff.
I will place you down.
Thank you. So I go
Well,
over and I'm. Look what I found. Is it wrong to use it? Is it right? Should I return it? You know what? I'll save it. And then if we see, I'm just gonna, it's good for safekeeping, right?
Sure,
yeah.
absolutely. And I will
Absolutely.
just try to hand Leon behind my back her old staff, being like, no, I totally don't even remember what happened to your previous staff at all. We haven't been keeping track of it, just on the off chance that you would rejoin our party or anything along those lines. So
I told him. I told him we lost 2, but one would come back eventually.
it's true. It's true. So
I will start like pantomiming or like doing hand gestures to Leon, like.
Yeah, behind the toss it to Lofus.
Okay, I'm gonna. Oh, I left my shoes over. Oh my. I need to go get my shoes.
Your shoes. Yeah,
Oh,
I remember
God.
this.
Yeah,
Yes,
yes.
always taking off his shoes before a fight. Lofus. It was.
How
I'm
do
gonna
people
go-
look? Does anybody look especially bloody and like beaten up?
I healed myself and used precious digitation on myself when I healed myself,
I'm fine.
so I'm clean.
Dr.
Minus my shoes, of course.
Dr. Jackal looks a tad beat up. Just a tad beat up, and his clothing is somewhat ripped and torn a bit because the injuries that Jackal that sustains do not leave when Dr. Jackal stops channeling him. So Dr. Jackal's looking a bit worse for wear. So
Okay. You look like you could use. I mean, obviously, I'm a little beat up too, but I can take care of that. You probably need a little bit of healing. I mean, you look fine. You look great. I mean, you look spectacular. It's just that you also look like you got injured.
I don't. Yes, your powers of
Yes.
perception are as amazing as ever, Thoe.
Great. Thank you. Okay, so she casts Cure Wounds at. But that's Losak's 5th level. On him, that's 5d8. So it's
Ooh.
going to be. She's probably going to need to do this on herself too. That's 33 points.
Hey,
Ooh, thank
Ooh, there you
you.
she thinks she likes you.
I think so. I just felt my ankle snap back into place.
It's a great
That was-
feeling, isn't it?
As he says snap,
Yeah.
I would have snapped the rod in half and thrown it into a different room and rushed back.
As- for a little bit of Foley work. Just
Yeah.
As a side note, I'm also going to Cure Wounds myself, on myself. Though he touches herself for for how much? Come on,
Should
29
we,
points.
Should we leave? Or
It was the 4th level.
Okay, all right.
Wow.
As everyone's getting healed up and everything else along those lines, I would like to use an ability of mine called Grimm's Psychometry. At 9th level, you gain supernatural talent for discerning the secrets surrounding mysterious relics or places touched by evil. Whenever you make an intelligence check to recall information about a sinister, tragic history of an object or the current location, I have advantage on the roll. At the DM's discretion, a suitably high roll may cause your character to experience brief visions of the past connected to the object or location.
Interesting. Okay, Leon.
Fantastic. Let's do this. Let's do this history check. Yeah, man, we're feeling it.
Yeah,
Um,
go ahead and let me know what you get. I have a DC in my head.
The first one's a 16.
Okay.
The second one's not a 16, so the 16 is what we're going with.
Okay. You know that room that you already tried to open that's right next to you?
Yes.
You can tell that that is probably the only room in this entire cavernous cave system that is safe to rest in.
Is the one that wouldn't open.
Yeah.
Or the one, the center door.
Yes.
Okay.
And then as far as badness goes,
Okay.
having that vision that you had with Demon Prince of Ooz's Jubilex, along with Zuktmoy, Demon Queen of Fungi, our little royal pair here, you would know that the door to your right that you avoided with a lot more, as I described, baddies through it, is the only way to get to where you need to go. This room you are in does not have any secrets, does not have any secret passages.
It's straight
This
dead
is
end.
the dead end. Mm-hmm. Yep. So we're a room to the left where you guys currently are, door in the center. You haven't checked on it in a minute. You don't know if it's still unlocked. Door to your right, multiple baddies.
You know, gang, it's Leon's favorite time again. It's called Good News and Bad News.
Oh. Well, let's have the bad news first, because I tend to like to receive the bad news first in order to prepare myself.
I can tell you the bad news in a good way.
Oh, yes, please.
Aha! So you're gonna love this. So the door that we avoided that has the allot instead of the two. Remember that 2 and then allot 2.
Oh, yes.
The allot is what we have to go through to get where we're going. It's crazy, isn't it? This is a dead end.
Oof.
Did it work? Did it land?
We didn't even need to encounter this giant purple worm.
Well, no,
And
we
then
had
all
to
the
do
stuff after
we
it?
had to do the worm.
Okay, but
We've walked through a corridor. There was a whole
the
thing
big,
that was
the big giant fight that you just had with all the bodies everywhere, that was unnecessary.
well,
Actually, it was necessary because without us being in this room at the exact proper time, you would have hit the floor very hard.
see, silver linings.
I think fate brought us here together.
Sure.
You know what?
Yep.
You're right.
Thunderwing.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I'm really good at
Thank
that. So you want the good news?
Yes,
Uh,
please.
And he looks at Jackal and goes, "We can get you all rested up." He looks at Lophus and goes, "We can get you all rested up and feeling good." And Ethoe, I know you've been falling, so I'm not sure how rested you are, but I'm sure you could use a nap. But it's behind that door that doesn't want to open.
I don't
Okay.
think you understand the rules of good news, bad news. And I
Listen,
know
I'm
that they are
trying here.
quite complex.
I'm trying here. I mean, we had to come here eventually. We got Thoe, and you did the whole thing with the ghost. That was really nice. So you're welcome.
What have you tried so far to open that door?
Asking it really nicely and opening the door.
Oh, just like twisting it. Is it locked?
Yes,
They have also tried force.
Yes, we have tried force. We've tried asking it politely, and then we've tried just entering, and neither one of those worked.
The
How
Holy
much
Trinity.
force? Exactly.
Not exactly enough force. I wasn't really properly stretched when I first tried.
Have you tried growing a giant tree through the middle of it?
Oh my God.
I have not.
Nope. You know, that's an idea.
I don't have any giant trees on my person.
I do.
You do, yeah, lovely. Well, why don't you give it a shot, Thoe, and we'll be right behind you.
Sure. Okay, so
I am behind Lophus, peering over his full plate.
I am on Leon's shoulders, trying to peek up over him, peering behind Lophus.
So I'm assuming that this is, if there's fungi everywhere all over this place, this should be pretty fertile ground. So what I would attempt to do is plant this staff into the ground, but at an angle so that it grows through the door.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, and this is her staff too.
This is my staff of the
Oh
woodland.
yeah.
No, this was
is
her staff.
Xanthoria's staff.
Yeah, the other staff. Because I can plant one end of the staff in fertile earth, one charge, it transforms into a healthy tree. It's 60 feet tall. It has a 5-foot diameter trunk. And the branches at the top spread out in a 20-foot radius. Oh, this could be terrible.
What could go wrong?
But it might smash
Okay.
through the door.
Zoe,
It's a lot of force.
before you do this, before you do this, could we try something first?
Sure.
I'm going to assume that staff belonged to an individual that was here. Perhaps, why don't you just try knocking on the door with the staff, and then all else fails, Tree City, baby. We're just redwooding it up. But before that, let's try this first.
Sure. Why not? I mean, okay. So I go up to the door and I go. "Broop, broop, broop."
Give me a performance check.
Do you make the sounds too?
Sure. Yes. Yes, I do.
Fantastic.
That is a. That's a nice solid 10.
Sweet. Thunderwing flits up silently from behind you, and goes, "No one's home," and then will plant herself, seated on top of the staff, with her leggings crossed. All
Thunderwing,
nice.
do
and
you
polite.
do you know how to get into this room?
Oh, I have absolutely no idea. It's just funny.
It's
I
very
sure
funny.
wish we could rest in there. I would enjoy the rest. What if I'll take out my mace and say, what if I try a really hard... Last time I used my body, but I didn't use my body in,
Oh, it's
Mace.
from the hips. I get it.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
I can let the big guy out, and he is also incredibly powerful, but I just can't put him back in the jar, so he may just be around for a bit.
I think, and hear me out. I know we're playing with muscle here, and I know you guys want to hit something, but maybe it's not hitting things we need to do.
I still kind of want to see the tree.
Yes. The tree, I forgot about
Or
that.
let's, you know what? I do too. Let's see the tree.
Okay.
God.
Wow. Here it is.
Here we go.
Zoe, I
Who
love
knew?
you.
When all
Okay.
else fails,
It's
smash the door
trees.
open with a tree.
It's too
How are you
late.
doing
I'm
this
already
again?
doing it.
Describe
I
it to me
stand-
again.
I stand about. This tree is 60 feet. Is that what it is? Is that what I said? Okay, so I stand about. Let's say 40 feet back from the door, because I don't want it to pierce through the other wall if it ends up going into the room. Okay, about 40 feet back from the door.
Nice.
I hold it like this, and I with my headphones out of my ear into the ground.
That's power.
Into the ground
Power.
at an angle so that it'll go straight through the door. It'll just slam into that door super, super, super hard. But the ground will be absorbing the force, not my hand, because
Nice.
it slammed into the ground.
How far
There.
are you from this, Zoe?
40 feet, because it's a 60-foot tree. So it would still, theoretically, if it went through, go in 20 feet. But hopefully it won't smash through the other wall if this even works.
I want to be 30.
Okay.
I want to be 30 feet behind Zoe just in case stuff goes sideways.
So I need to know logistically, are you guys in this hallway? You have the room, the hallway, the other room, the other door over here. Right? Three doors, hallway.
I know it's difficult to split the party, and I don't wish to do that. However, with the I'm going to summon a tree. I'm going back into the room that we just left to see if perhaps there's a switch or some sort. Like if I was going to control a way to open this door, I would put the button in this place. So I am just going to search in here, just in case I can find it. So even if Zoe's tree doesn't work, it does work, and there's a but that's what I will be doing while all of this is happening.
Can I hear that noise again? I'm not sure I got that.
Fantasy Hank Hill.
Bobby, what the hell? A tree cannot cast smite. Bobby, go. Dang.
Propane.
not the propane.
Propane.
I'm a cleric of propane and propane accessories.
He's
Can't believe
a
you just
pro at
revealed your
pain.
Thursday character.
Oh no. Okay, Zoe, I need you in the Twitch chat, please, to roll me a 50-50 on a D100.
All
I am
right.
not going to tell you if from 0 to 50 is good or from 51 to 100 is good, but one of them is bad.
Oh yeah, I do want to
Okay.
point out that I am standing with Leon.
Yeah, we're
Okay,
30 feet behind.
Yeah.
in the
Zoe.
hallway.
A 90.
It was a 90.
A 90.
Okay. That's what I was hoping for, y'all.
Oh no,
All
Oh,
I
right.
still don't
no.
know if it's good or bad.
Okay, Zoe, you plunge this into the ground. A tree erupts from the ground and stops right, probably about an inch in front of the door.
Ah,
And slowly, absolutely carving a hole, like, you know, when a worm crawls through the mud, you can see the trail it left afterwards. Crunching a hole through the top of this cavern as a tree ant rises from the ground and stares down at all of you.
that was her.
Rocks begin to fall from everywhere in this cave, and the ground is rumbling. You guys have two options. You can either remain in this hallway and take your best shot, but I'm telling you, the door to your right creaks open.
Run to the right. I will
Yeah.
come back out of the room and say, "What have you done?" And just running into the door.
Who thought trees make battering rams? I don't understand. In the right door.
Is everybody going in the right door,
Getting-
Zoe?
A little like finger wave.
Are you
And then
collecting
run.
the staff
And then run.
as you're running?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, because when I pick it up, it should go back to its staff form.
Yes. Perfect. Okay. You guys quickly enter this room to your right.
Oh,
It is pitch black in here. And I will say the door slams shut behind you, and you all hear just the crashing of stone onto stone as the ceiling collapses in on itself. And the door, you see dust kind of poof, poof, coming from underneath it. You have definitely locked yourselves in here.
Cool.
Good thing. The air seems fine in here. You're not gonna like suffocate yourselves from everything that just happened. But you all hear footsteps as the tree ant just travels down the hallway, making that
My
path ever deeper in the ceiling. Yes, Leon.
my Crimson Right is still on, my Right of Dawn, so
Mhm.
around my weapon shows my bolts are still giving 20 feet of light from it.
Okay. That's cool for you, Leon, because I'll
Yeah,
tell you what this
fantastic.
room is, my friend.
Is it
As
magical?
as you all look up, stalks of slimy violet mushrooms as tall as a person dot this cavern. They're all glowing with bioluminescence, and mycelial tendrils drift from the domed roof of the cavern, slowly pulsing with a mauve glow. It is quite literally mycelium on the ceiling, Leon. As you sit and
We've
step
come
into
full
one.
circle.
And I did not change anything about this room. I was like, how did he know? I'm so excited. I just have to tell everybody that I've been waiting for this. Anyway, two humanoid figures lie suspended in the strands 10 feet above the cavern floor, and their flesh is intertwined with these oozing tentacles. What are you guys all doing as you enter this room?
Wiping my brow from that's chaotic cave in that just happened, and not paying attention to the roof at all.
Yep.
Are they coming toward us?
The people that are in the ceiling are just kind of stuck there.
Okay.
And as you guys stare at them, the rumbling from outside, you can see they both start to squirm and stretch a little bit. and you see two sets of glowing eyes staring down at you all.
This is the allot room, by the way.
No,
And-
I picked up on that.
Here's this little tidbit here, Lophus. You can sense that this room is just kind of a branch off cavern for more experiments, judging by the state of the individuals hanging from the ceiling. You get that with your kind of evil, paladin sense. Your good paladin sense
Good
of
paladin
evil.
sense.
Yes, I phrased that very badly.
But they look alive. They're moving?
They
Or
are
they're
moving.
because of the mushroom. Okay.
The tendrils are kind of moving around them like they're also alive, but the beings are alive also.
Mother of cats, is there
Yes.
is there an egress that we can see, a door that leads out of this room, perhaps on the other side, that is
Yes.
visible to us? Well, I think that maybe we're just very quiet and perhaps we just walk across the room and avoid tendrils.
Okay. Oh, gods. Okay.
Shouldn't
That's-
we rescue them?
I
I
don't
think they're
think.
Beyond gone.
I don't think.
Wait, are you examining them with your eyes by chance?
That's a weird question you just asked.
Yeah. In other words, like, do you want to give me a perception check?
Yes, I do.
Sure.
I'm concerned.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll take a
I
gambit.
figured you might be.
That wasn't good. I mean, it was a 14, but I have a plus 11 to perception, so
Would you permit
I rolled a 3.
17 minus 1.
Yeah, would you permit an investigation check?
Yeah, I would.
I have a passive perception of 19.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay.
Were you saying for me? Because I already rolled the perception. Were you going to
Anybody?
investigate?
Either passive or rolled, perception or investigation, higher than an 18. You guys can tell through the tendrils of mycelium that these two dangling from the ceiling in this kind of like a netting of bioluminescent mycelium. You can tell that one of the beings was probably a human and the other being was probably an orc.
Oof.
Before their eyes started glowing and their bodies started moving with the help of these tendrils.
Mine was a 32 investigation, so
Wow.
that's what I would also notice all of those things.
Okay. You are still Dr. Jackal, yes?
Yes,
Just making sure.
unfortunately.
Okay. Dr. Jackal, the pain of existence
Good God.
links you with these two individuals, and you hear agony telepathically. The orc is just not having a good time. Oh my goodness, this is the worst. I've never been in a situation like this. I just can't believe I've gotten myself into this kind of a situation. And the other one, we'll call him Conrad. The orc's name is Rugatoo Guts. You'll know Dr. Jackal, as they're talking to each other. Conrad goes, "Oh yes, this is very inconvenient. I agree. We should probably try to get out of here. If only there were individuals, I don't know, down below." And you see him kind of stare at you, make direct eye contact. That could possibly get rid of some of this stickiness. That would be super helpful and convenient.
Well, I'm sure they're fine if we want to keep walking across them.
As soon as I hear words from them, I'm using my action because I have a Helm of Comprehend Languages.
This is telepathic only.
Oh, it's
to Dr.
telepathic.
Jackal.
Oh, never
Yes.
mind, never mind.
Dr.
Yes.
Jackal will
Leon.
look at the group and say, they are requesting help, the individuals held in the ceiling. I don't... They are requesting that we maybe eliminate some of the things holding them in place. So, magic people ignite I don't. I can let the big
hold
guy
on.
out.
Hold on, before we do that, Mother Cats, I want to use my survival check on, or my Hunter's Bane survival check on this. I want to make sure that these people are actually alive and this isn't mushrooms trying to get bait.
You want to see if this is a room specifically trapped for your specific
Who would
capabilities,
care?
Leon? Is that what you're asking me?
Yes, I'm trying to
Go
see
ahead.
if the mushrooms are playing
Please.
Puppet Master.
Go ahead.
While he's doing that, I do want to ask, how much time has passed since the beginning of the combat against the Bahirs?
We are probably just ending. We're close to that 10 minutes of mental clarity that Leon had. We're almost done with it.
So the first one of those was an 18, I believe. Yes, an 18.
Okay. They're not bad. They are just, you would know just by with their experiments too, but they're two that have survived. And I would go as far to say that you don't think that they know that they are capable of anything. They are very trapped, very scared, and being very honest.
Checks out.
How much of the mushrooms could I catch in a 60-foot line?
The purple mushrooms that are in this room?
The ones that are holding these two in place.
Okay. I'd say enough to get them down. Yeah.
Oh, all right. There is something that I can do. Unless someone else here has a plan, I just need you all ready to catch them once they fall.
Okay, I can catch.
I will also be the catching.
Big guy. I hate this part. The sun's getting real low. And all of a sudden, Hyde pops out. As Hyde pops out, he will do what he did last time, which is break one of his ribs off during the transformation as the wound begins to heal. The tip of the glowing hammer that manifests in Hyde's hand is there as he goes, "Sunlight." And will point the hammer at the area where the mushrooms are holding them in place, and a brilliant burst of sunlight will erupt from the hammer in a 5-foot wide, 60-foot long line, burning a swath. The mushrooms make a con save.
Okay. All right. Sure. I can do that. A con save for the mushrooms. Let's just make this real quick because they don't have anything. Okay, let's roll this. That's a 7.
That's
That's a 7. That's a hot 7.
okay. The mushrooms holding the individuals in place take 24 points of damage. And radiant damage as brilliant sunlight runs through these individuals.
Praise the sun.
You see these mushrooms sway almost as if there's wind in this room. And I'm going to go ahead and do something of my own. That's a 3. All right. You guys see that from this spot in the ceiling, directly above these two floating in the air individuals that are suspended by these tendrils, those same yellow spores that you guys saw a couple rooms back, they fill about 20 feet of the ceiling before dropping. Have any of you guys gone more than like 10 feet in the room or so?
I don't think so. I think the team wanted to walk in and we stopped and did double checks and things.
Yeah. Okay. I will say this doesn't hit any of you though, but I need everybody to make a con save.
Fair.
just because spores are airborne.
You get a +5 to con save.
Oh, fantastic.
30.
Oh.
23.
30.
Is that everyone?
Yeah, everybody in the room.
16.
Okay, that'll
Okay.
help.
23.
23. All right.
14 plus 5, 19.
Okay. So everybody saves, but I do need everybody to take 25 poison damage.
Ooh, gross.
You, David.
Ooh.
Ooh, David.
Is anybody else trying to test the the mushrooms in this room?
No, I don't. No. I've had enough close contact with mushrooms. Thank you.
I want to try one more thing just because I feel like it's what he would do.
Okay.
When the sunlight doesn't work, Hyde loses his mind, takes the hammer, slams it on the ground, and basically screams at the mushrooms. Just really loud, angry scream in an attempt to frighten the mushrooms into dropping them. This is an ability called what is it? It's part of his primal path where he can just scream into the night, and individuals have to make a intimidating presence. You can frighten any creature that you can see within 30 feet of you. It has to succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be frightened of you until the end of your next turn. So even if it doesn't work, it's still what Hyde would do because he's frustrated in this moment.
Okay.
If he's gonna do that, Leon's gonna prick his thumb and just touch the wall real fast. And I'm gonna do a blood curse of the anxious on the mushrooms, because as a bonus action I can inflict the curse on a creature within 30 feet. I assume it's within 30 feet till the end of my next turn.
All of the
Intimidation checks against the cursed target have advantage. So
Okay.
he's gonna make that check at disadvantage if we flip it.
Okay.
Simultaneously, Thoe has something she's doing as well. It's weird.
I want everybody go. What are you doing, Thoe?
Okay, so, and I looked this up because I knew this, but I looked this up so that I have evidence just in case it gets challenged.
Right.
Thoe is turning into a giant slug. She's crawling up the wall and she's going to start eating the mushrooms. Now, slugs eat mushrooms. Slugs also, and I have the paragraph up to be able to read it to you. Alongside plants, mushrooms are the primary source of food for the everyday slug. Some of them have evolved so much that they can actually eat some of the most toxic mushrooms in the world. Fungi are an incredibly important source of food for slugs and snails too. So she's going to turn into a giant slug and just start consuming the mushrooms towards these figures.
Oh my god. Okay.
This is fantastic.
Also, because I do see the slug coming out and doing stuff, I'm going to touch the slug and cast protection from poison.
Yes.
Okay.
Just in case.
Just in case.
Nom, nom, nom.
Okay. So three things are happening.
Yeah.
Okay. Hyde. That's interesting that you did that. Here's what happens. Okay, because this isn't a physical attack of any kind.
It's not.
It's just scaring the
guys-
mushrooms.
You guys hear a bang, bang, bang coming from the door on the other side of the room. Something over there seems to have been awakened by
no.
Hyde's screams.
Hmm.
Thoe, I need you to roll another D100.
Oh,
Okay.
Thoy.
You are actively eating these mushrooms.
Yeah.
No, the giant slug is actively eating the mushrooms.
You are the giants.
You are the giant slug. I understand. This is not a poisonous effect. 53. Ooh, this is a good one. Okay.
Oh man.
Zoe, so you have the same thing Maz has, my friend. You kind of these mushrooms start
Yeah.
yelling at you in your ear. Jean Maria. And your new tragic flaw, my friend, is I see an altered version of reality, with my mind convincing itself that things are true, even in the face of overwhelming evidence to the contrary.
You're tripping balls because you've been eating mushrooms.
Zoe, you are not just wild shaped into a slug, my friend. You are the slug.
It's a bad vibe. It's a bad vibe.
Can I tell that player 2 has entered the chat and be like, can I try to speak with Zoe mentally through the mushrooms?
Sure. You are effectively speaking to a slug. Is there a slug
Hello?
monster that I can get like a intelligence modifier or anything from?
I need to. I'm looking it up now. I
Oh
really
my
should have thought of this
God.
before I turned into a giant slug.
Hold, I'm
Could've been
so
worse.
curious. Let's
Sure. Let's.
That's
Yeah. I'm
yellow.
If there's
Giant
not, maybe an
slug.
ooze.
Here it is.
Is it?
Okay.
Okay.
Intelligence of -5.
Oh, for dove.
Give me a roll to see if you understand a word of what Leon is saying to you, please.
Hello?
Okay.
Wiggity wham wham
I'm just
wazzle.
gonna roll
Like,
I'm gonna roll a d20 and I'll just subtract 5 from it, but
Okay.
you'll see it on the D&D Beyond thing.
Blah blah.
Sure.
So
Mushroom.
17 minus 5, so it's a 12. It could be worse.
Uh-huh. You understand things I imagine a lot like Hyde does right now, like, sky is blue. Like very very simple yet effective language will work with Zoe right now, Leon.
Nice.
Speak to her as if you were speaking effectively to a toddler trying to get what you want.
That's fine.
Okay.
He looks at the slug. Zoe,
Uh,
you okay?
yeah.
No. Oh God, we've lost her again. So, and he looks at Lofus and Hyde. He goes, "Well, we're mushroom friends now. You want to be connected in the call? You want to be part of the sending too? Go ahead and eat a mushroom."
Hyde looks over at you and goes, "Answering the door." And he's going to walk across the cavern to open the door of the creature that woke up and started making noise across. He's just going to start walking
people?
across. What?
It could be dangerous. We don't just open doors.
This is what Hyde is hoping for.
But we've got friends. We need to bring friends.
Fine.
But you can guard the door.
If Hyde wants to go over there and inspect on the knocking, then I think I'll back him up.
Yes, but we need our slug.
We need slug.
Yes.
Can I be eating the mushrooms around the people so that eventually they can just drop from the ceiling?
I'm gonna crouch down and jump up and grab the slug and hold it like a baby.
Giant slug.
Yeah, Leon said
Keep slipping out. You're like, oh, God.
Leon
How do I
said
hold
we gotta
the
get the
slug?
slug. I'm gonna try to jump up and grab the slug.
Friend.
You see Hyde. Do you guys know those giant bean bags that are effectively a bed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is what Zoe is right now, as Hyde kind of like hoists her up onto his back, and you
Yes.
just see like
The melting.
the fat roll of slug. Like he's like
He's
gripping it
going.
with his hands the best
He's
he
gonna
can.
walk up. He's gonna walk up to the slug, put his hands on the side of the slug's cheek, and go, "You have to drop it. No more slug, Zoe. No slug."
I will take the slug and slam it down on the ground.
That's one way to do it.
I have 66 HP as a giant slug. You're gonna have to bam, bam.
It's just Loki and Hulk.
Hi, do you have? Can you roll just your like regular punchy damage for me,
Puny
please?
god.
You
Yeah.
can do it as many.
Leon
I
said
just want to know what
drop
one
it.
hit is.
Yeah.
I was saying it to the slug.
You grabbed that slug and just said,
By the face.
I need you to
No
drop
slug.
it.
No slug.
Oh,
Drop it.
this
Just
is such an effective use of your time.
regular, like, punchy damage?
Yeah.
Oh, it's 7 points every time.
Okay. So,
Wait,
Nope,
60
sorry.
Divided by 7.
I'm raging. It's 11 points every time.
It's 7
You
strong
get-
punches.
That's easy division.
you just get slammed around this room like 6-7 times until eventually you just kind of crumple onto the ground.
Are we
effectively
attacking
burying
the
it.
slug?
No,
I'll pull
no,
my mace.
slugs-
Are we attacking the slug?
Slug's taken care of. Slug's gone. Oh, fists down. We like this one. Remember, we've seen a lot of shit the past like 2 hours, but we like this one.
Okay.
Leon,
It just looks like Hyde's having a lot of fun. I just
Leon
wanna
said drop it.
I did. I should have been more specific.
Give-
Help
give the slug
Zoe
the
out.
evil's
Are you
elbow.
okay? Like,
Did
How
we
shot
save
is-
them?
I'm
Save who?
Mocats, how they looking?
The folks up top,
Yeah.
they're still just kind of moaning in agony. Oh my goodness, what are they doing? They're wasting so much time. If only I had time. Oh,
So we could do one of
humans
two
don't have
things.
much time.
We can go see what's on the other side of the door, and maybe defeating what's on the other side of the door will set those people free. That's option number 1. Or option number 2 is we can try to help them now, and what's under door number 2 might come and meet us in the middle, and know it will be an idiot sandwich. We don't want to be that. So, pick and choose your battles. There's no bread.
Ah. I think
Yes,
I've lost
Hyde.
interest in helping those people. There's no bread in it for me. Let's go to the door.
Come back and save them.
Okay. I mean, the mushrooms were delicious, and I'm happy to keep eating mushrooms. But yeah, I guess we can do that for now.
Though wants to
I-
save them?
Just immediately chuck this at the ceiling.
I guess we
Wow.
check the door. Maybe
Though,
there's something useful in there.
you want to save them?
Yes.
Can help. Hide help.
Okay. Yes.
All right, I throw Thoey at the 2 people that are up on the ceiling.
Okay.
Oh, do you grab on?
Well, what I like to do if there's time,
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to picture all of this, but the first thing I thought was as I'm flying up there, can I pull up? No, can I cast Flame Blade and just slice through the mushrooms that are holding them suspended? Can I try?
Yeah, but I do need, if you're using a blade of some sort, can
Well,
you give me an
it's-
athletics check
It's
for that?
technically flame, but it's a blade. It's just the flame blade because it's not a real blade, but it's
Right.
a flame, so it's also real, I guess. I don't know. You said
You-
acrobatics?
Athletics, and I will tell you what you're doing right now. You have been thrown haphazardly in the air by a carefree Hyde, right? Who
Yes,
means nothing
yes.
but the best for these 2 folks.
Yes.
I have a DC. Anything less than this DC will behead one of the folks that you are trying to
God.
cut free.
Yes. Oh.
Oh no! I have a -1 to athletics. This is
Uh-huh.
gonna be terrible.
Uh-huh.
If I do a really good athletics roll to aim her, would that help?
Yes, it would bring down the DC significantly.
Okay.
But if you roll that one, she decapitates both of them.
Oh,
Oh no!
Well,
dice
I've
help us
already
all.
Nope. He is raging, kids.
That's an
Okay.
advantage.
So
Okay.
24 athletics.
Oh, there we go.
I will bring the DC down by
It's
4.
ooh. The roll is already up there. It's a 15.
Yes. Yes.
Unfortunately,
Yes!
anybody who knows this adventure, this was not my DC. This is the book's DC.
Oh,
Okay?
no. Oh no.
That brought it down to a 16.
Ah!
Yeah!
This was
Decapitate him.
so.
Finish him.
You not only decapitate poor orc Rugga Guts.
Oh no, rugged two guts. What could happen?
As his glowing green eyes hit the floor face first in a poof. But you take 20 necrotic damage
Ooh.
as you disturb this mycelium with your blade that is immune to fire. Okay. And also, oh, that's a 1. Okay. Also, this mycelium is not happy with you guys. So as that head, still with a tendril wrapped around Rugga Guts' neck, Hyde, you hear poor Conrad, "Oh no, this is terrible. What have you all done? This is the worst thing that could have happened today." And he's just dying inside in your head. Leon, you're close to where this head rolled out, I will say.
Yeah, sure. That's fine.
What's your AC? That's
If there
bad.
was if there was a number, it would be around a 16.
Okay, so you take 24 acid damage as this slowly dying tendril just lashes out at your ankles.
It
kind of burns through the fabric.
It didn't work. It didn't work.
Hey, Philly. Philly, this has been great so far, but 2 ideas have not worked out.
I mean, I think 3 because the tree counts 2.
Well, the ants might have been just a crazy happenstance. I was giving you 2.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
Leave room now.
I would advise that is probably good idea, big man. I am not exactly sure what I am capable of, and if you leave me in this room, I mean, I have been hanging up here for absolutely ages. It has to be weeks. I mean, I dropped my pencil probably 3 weeks ago, so all of my little scratches in the ceiling have stopped, but I have at least, I don't know, 16 to 18 of them, and I think those were weeks. I do not know. I lost track a long time ago.
I'd get the door.
Okay.
Are you all walking towards the door?
Is he dead? Like, does regenerate work on heads?
Lofus.
Yes.
Lofus, you know by looking at this thing, regenerate will bring back a monster. You do not want Thoe to do this.
Thoe picking up the head like, it's okay. I can fix it. I can fix it.
I will go over. I'll go ahead and is she currently holding the head right now?
Sure. Yes.
I'll go over. I'll put my hand on your shoulder, and whenever I put my hand on your shoulder, I heal you for 5 HP.
Oh, thank you.
And that 5 HP actually, just for clarification, will cure any disease or neutralize any poison affecting the creature. So she is under disease from that. So that's 5 HP on that. I will say that'll bring back a hideous, grotesque monster. And if you wanted to save them, this is absolutely not the way to do it.
I feel really, really bad right now.
I shall offer this orc prayer using the only body part, and I'll go ahead and position my hand out and pretty much for the head.
I guess I'll give you his head.
Okay. I'll fish out of my pouch. I'll pull out a crucifix and I'll go to the corner and I'll kneel and I'll pray. While cover. Is there dirt that I can have access to cover the head? I'll take out a little spade and.
That's fine. You can dig it a little baby grave. That's nice of you.
All I can think is Loaf is walking up to Thoe and like it's lay on hands, but just knocking the head out of her hand.
Just no.
Drop it. Drop
I
it.
smashed the
Drop it. No, drop it.
Just walks up nonchalantly, 5 HP. Leave it alone. Walks away.
I just because I just want to know if this would actually work. Another thing I was thinking of doing instead of the prayer was casting Revivify as I throw the head up to the body.
These are
Because I'd be touching this thing, but
if you do this, Hyde is gonna spike it like a volleyball. These are bad. Hyde is gonna go full Top Gun on this. Like he is just gonna highway to the danger zone, spike this head, and these guys are dead. They are monsters now. Like this is clearly not a good scene.
Do you guys need a ref? Big guy, do you need a ref? I played a little bit of basketball as a child. I think I would be helpful. Go ahead and try. If you guys want to do this, give me opposed athletic checks against each other.
I'm gonna be like Ute Matumbo, be like, like no today.
you know what? Let's go for it.
All right.
As this happens, I will point and as kind of like a call out where I'm calling my shot, and I'll go ahead and cast command
What?
on Hyde, and I'll say halt as I throw up the head and cast the Revivify.
Cool.
So for command, you would have to pass a Wisdom saving throw of 21.
Cool. This would totally work on a normal person, but this guy can't be charmed. He's a barbarian. He looks at you and flips you the bird as he smacks the head down.
Oh.
Contested athletics, right?
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, please.
Okay.
On that one.
The first is a 20. So a 20. Just no.
I go over and smack it down.
These are monsters. We have other monsters to deal with.
He said a
I'll go
lot of
ahead.
weird shit in like the past 10 minutes, but that one made a lot of sense. So I think we should listen to the big guy for once and leave.
I'll go ahead and silently tell Toei, I tried. I'm sorry. I tried.
It's okay. I understand. Thank you.
And then I'll go bury the head.
Yeah. If there's any left after he just volleyball spiked it into the ground.
Oh my god.
I'll just put the cross next to.
Oops a doodles.
We're good.
Wow. All right. What are we all doing?
We're heading towards that other door.
Okay.
Yep.
This door is unlocked.
Oh, thank God.
As you guys reach for it, who is reaching for it?
Hide.
Hide. From above the door, you see two Vroks starting to creep down from the ceiling. And if anybody looks behind you, the two bodies that were hanging from the ceiling are gone, and the mushrooms are receding back into the ceiling as if they were not holding anything at all. These two giant fiends are staring down at you. I need everybody to give me, I am calling this a speed check. It is if you're opening this door, I have a DC in my head. We're gonna see who gets through it and who does not.
Okay. So what are we
What
rolling?
was the check? Was it a dex check?
I will say add your highest modifier to this.
Is it a dex saving throw or a dex check?
It is not. This is a kind of a twist on. I don't want this to be luck because I want you guys to actually have a chance using your abilities. I think all of you would tackle speed differently.
Athletics or acrobatics? Because knowing Hyde, he's just going to barrel on like a linebacker.
Yeah. Same with Lofus.
I'm not. I'm gonna dip, dive, dash, dodge.
Okay.
If you can
Whatever
dodge a
you
wrench, you
guys-
can dodge a feet.
Is this like an immediate thing that's happening? You said like there's rocks coming down.
The Vrox. They are large fiends. They
Those
are
are fiends.
crawling down at you. They have giant beaks.
Oh,
They have talons.
oh yeah, I'm linebackering this door then. So this would be athletics?
So you're basically
Or-
saying choose athletics or acrobatics, whichever is higher.
I am saying out of strength, charisma, dexterity, constitution, choose your highest modifier out of those things and add it to this
okay.
roll.
And just the straight modifier, not with proficiency.
Yes, and I also need to know
Okay.
everybody's current, like, their speed. Do you 30, 40?
35.
Okay.
40.
40. Okay.
Cool.
And then what did everybody roll?
Oh gods. 12.
12 for Leon,
16.
16 for Lofus,
18.
18 for Zoe.
24.
That was all in order, wasn't it? Wow, Hot. Okay. So you guys see as Hyde bolts through this door, full speed, leaves a hole in the middle of it. He does not even turn the knob. It is Kool-Aid man through the wall style, baby.
Leroy Jenkins.
Splinters of rotten wood just exploding out of what used to be this very strong, ancient wooden door. And then I need Zoe to also go through the door successfully. And that leaves Lofus and Leon. Give me dex saves, my friends, as these talons of these Vrox are just dying to get at you two.
I bet
22.
they are.
22 for
But not with a
Lofus.
27.
Oh.
They'll probably still
All
hit me
right.
still.
Leon, you managed to dive through this as Lofus. The back of your armor, one of those little. Do you have what do you have? Chainmail? What do you got going on?
I have adamantine plate.
Okay, so one of the fasteners just gets caught just so in one of the talons of these Vrox. As Lofus is launched back into the center of this room, the Vrox complete descending into the room. The door shuts behind everybody else. And I need Lofus, go ahead and roll initiative, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh, but
13.
13.
Good luck, have
Okay.
fun. Well, I like them.
Okay. So the Vrox have kind of messed up a little bit. They launched you into the center of the room, so they don't have any kind of they don't get to attack before you attack them or anything like that. But they did roll a 14 for their initiative, so they're going to go first. These Vrox are going to race towards you, and both of them are going to make 2 attacks on you. So, as far as this goes here, let's do for both of these guys. An 11 or a 23 for both of their first hits.
23
these-
hits, 11 does not.
Okay, so this first one, its beak just races to grab at your head. And you will take you have something on your head, I'm sure, right? As a
I
paladin?
got my pirate hat actually. my gifted pirate hat.
Okay, so that is 10 piercing damage from the first Vrock. The second Vrock, they kind of wrestle with each other to get to you first. It's definitely a fight to the finish, and they kind of like get at each other a little bit like cats do if they're both going after the same mouse. And the first one that did not get you is now going to go after you with his talons, and the second one is going to follow. So that is going to be an 8 or a 16. Do either of those hit, my friend?
Both miss.
Both miss. Okay. So talons are just scraping against talons as these two Vrox begin fighting with each other to get to you in the middle of this ground floor. I will say, for your turn, you have 2 choices. You can either attack them, or they are distracted enough that you can attempt to race around them, but I will need a strength check from you to see if you are strong enough to kind of muscle through them because they are taking up so much space width-wise in the room that you can't get around them. You have to go through, avoiding talons. They probably won't hurt you, but we'll see.
Probably.
It's my turn now.
It's your turn. Their turns are done.
My nice demeanor, since now that I know nobody else is in the room, is gonna drop off my face. I'm gonna go ahead and fix my hat, pull out my mace. It's go time for the one that hit me. I'm going to banish the other one that missed.
Okay. Do I make anything against
You
that?
make a charisma saving throw of 21.
Ooh.
I have a -1 to that.
There's
I
no
cannot.
way.
I cannot. Okay. The chance that you had to escape now fleets as the one Vrock leaves the room and the other one immediately just darts its head back to its target. Are you doing anything else on your turn, buddy?
Let me see. So that was my thing there. I'm also, as a bonus action, going to use my Channel Divinity, Turn the Tide. As a bonus action, I get let me see. I get to heal essentially.
Okay.
So I'm going to heal for 1d6 plus 5.
Excellent.
So I'll just go ahead and do that.
Everybody, I'm going to call on the rest of you in a second here, so if you're thinking about doing anything, I would think about it now.
Oops,
Got
I
it.
gave myself 10 damage. I should give myself. Okay. So that's my my turn.
Okay. Lofus, you hear a creaking as from below a trap door in the back corner of the room, this large kind of mystifying, doesn't have a presence, I would say. It's kind of a shadow that was made of oil. It kind of glistens, and surrounding it are just whirlwinds of spores as it starts to creep towards you. And it does not currently do anything, but it has a finger pointed in your direction, Lofus. Are you doing anything with your movement? Are you going anywhere on your turn?
I notice this thing. Is it behind me? Or
It
is
is
it
on
more...
the other end of the door, so you are closer to, I would say you are the equivalent of underneath where those two individuals were hanging from on the ceiling, and this thing's about 20 feet behind you.
20 feet behind me?
Mm-hmm.
I will circle around, still staying within range of the beast and putting essentially the beast between me and the spores.
Okay.
And then ending my turn there.
Okay. So you are now closer to the door than you were, but you're still probably about 20 feet. I envision this room about 60 feet long. That's interesting. Okay. This Vrock is going to emit the most guttural screech. It is terrifying to behold in your general direction. And I need you to give me a con save.
What happens if I fail?
I don't know, Damien. What happens if you fail?
I'm a mutant to the frightened condition. That's
It is
the reason
not
why.
frightened.
Okay, cool. So it's a con save, you said?
Mm-hmm.
That'll be a 21.
You save from being stunned, my friend. I will tell you that.
That would have been a bad.
I get it. Okay. I would also get advantage on that, but okay. It's fine.
I that's why you didn't need it with the 21 though. Okay. So from behind you, let's see what this thing wants to do to you. You have no idea what this thing could possibly be. It will go ahead. Let's let's do this. Okay, give me another con save, my friend.
21.
Okay, you make it, but you do take 25 necrotic damage, and this was the spell harm.
Okay.
And fortunately, you don't have any hit points reduced, so that's good for you. And after this thing goes, it is going to kind of, it wasn't in your range anyway, so it's not going to take an attack from you or anything, but it's going to kind of retreat back a little bit, the swirls of spores around it masking it. It almost blends into the far wall of this room. Everybody else on the other side of the door, you hear screeching, you hear the clashing of talons against metal, you hear all of the sudden the clashing of talons on talons stops. But then
Since
more
he-
clashing of metal.
Since he Kool-Aid manned through the door, can we see? Because
You
there's a
can-
big hole in the door?
You can see. Yep. But
Dark in this room, by the way.
there, I mean, the mycelium, it's like bioluminescent light.
Okay.
It's kind of if you had like a night light in your bedroom, you can see just fine.
Okay, cool.
So we can see this thing that's coming towards him that's behind him,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And then are the Vroxes currently attacking him, or are they above him?
There is now only one.
One is banished.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
so
the
it
other
goes
one, is it above him? Or like how far above
On
him
the
is it, or
floor.
is it on him? It's on
it's
him.
on the floor.
Okay.
So we have door with a hole in it, Vrock, Lophus being against the back wall.
How far away is Lophus from us? And how far away is the thing that's coming after him from us?
We got door. We've got just probably
Actually,
10 feet, 20
it
feet to
doesn't
Lophus, 20
matter.
feet to this thing. Okay.
It doesn't matter because this is a 120-foot range.
Okay.
Can I cast a wall of thorns between
Mm-hmm.
him and the thing coming after him? But what I would like to do is, because you can choose whether you want a wall that's like 10 feet by 60 feet by 5 feet deep, but you can also, it says that you can also do a circle that's 20-foot diameter up to 20 feet high and 5 feet thick. I don't want a full circle, but I want a protective circle that basically goes to our doorway. So it won't help him above, but it would be able to be 20 feet high, 5 feet thick, and it would circle around to our doorway. It's not going to help him with the Brox, but it will at least keep this thing from getting to him easily.
Okay. Sure. You can do that.
You say this. All of my plans have gone so well so far. Every single one I've come up with. So I'm sure this won't be any different.
Yeah.
Mhm. Oh, that is a Staff of the Woodlands spell, slot, by the way.
I figured, and you are still using the Staff of the Woodlands that you
Oh,
received.
these
Yeah,
spells are
I
different.
sure am.
Correct.
Xanthora.
Yeah, and nobody's told me I have my staff yet.
Well,
That's okay.
it's crazy what happened to your staff. Ugh.
Yeah.
Okay.
This
okay.
is way more interesting.
This is mushroom staff. You like mushrooms, right?
They're so good.
Okay. I need another 50-50 from you, Indigo
Oh.
Chameleon, please.
Oh, no.
Sorry, I was hitting my 6 charges on that lovely staff. Okay.
Mhm.
Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Yeah, I'll just roll that in the chat because might as well.
96?
96.
You're all about
okay.
them 90s today.
Yeah.
You were on the right side of luck this time, my
Woo!
friend. This wall of thorns erupts in the center of the room, successfully separating Lophus from this being that is up against the back wall. Is anybody doing anything else?
Lophus, I would say now would be the time to go, my friend. I know we've already lost one friend, and we got back one, but we're still at a negative of 1, so you better, come along now.
Nah.
Is it my turn right now?
No, it's Hyde's turn.
Okay.
Everybody has a chance other than you. Yep, and then it's
Okay,
Brock's turn before yours.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
God, this dumb boy barbarian.
I love him.
Hyde knows Lophus better, I think, than anybody else in the party. Where Dr. Jackal knows Leon probably and understands his motivations, but Hyde understanding Lophus, he is going to walk up to the rock, the demon, and I just want to put it in a sleeper hold. I want to full on go to sleep. I just want to I just want to hold him in tight. So if Lofus needs to take a couple of hits out as aggression, that's fine. But this is I just want to like put him in a sleeper hold, choke hold, so that Lofus can do the 1-2 that he wants, and then we can get out of here because I don't think Lofus is leaving.
Okay. I will say this, Hyde. Go ahead, give me an opposed strength check with advantage because this thing has its full attention on Lofus.
I'm into
and
this.
you are of no mind
I'm
to
into
it.
this. So athletics?
Yes, please.
Okay.
The unseen grapple check is the strongest.
Whichever strength of yours, I mean, whichever strength of yours is highest, honestly.
Oh, that was almost a nat 20.
Hilarious.
It's still a 22 though. That's pretty good.
Okay, a 22. I did not even roll for this thing. My bad. Okay. Wow. Okay, 17. Not as good as yours. Okay, so you are successfully choking this thing.
Go
Little
sleep.
bit.
Go sleep.
It is currently grappled by Hyde. Okay. Leon, are you doing anything right now?
I just want to see people leave. I've got the crossbow ready in case things go really sideways, but I'm not gonna provoke. I'm gonna let big guy do what he does and just wait. I'm also keeping an eye. So behind us, so we have door that we've Kool-Aid Man through. What is behind us?
You are in a very dark room.
Oh, fantastic! I love these things. I'm going to basically keep an eye watching Hyde, and then keep another, kind of do the halfway of watching with the crossbow in case something comes out of the darkness. Because I'm really tired of things falling at us. This is like the third thing that's come out of nowhere to hurt us. I'm done with this place.
It's almost like everything like knows you're here and it's like hiding from you.
It's crazy, and I should have static in my brain any minute now. But other than having a small bit of existential dread, that's what Leon's up to.
Okay, I will give you advantage on perception checks during this combat if you're not doing anything else. Okay. So, that brings us, if everybody's done, back to the Vrock's turn. The Vrock is going to attempt, it's not going to attack you, Hyde. Instead, a 15-foot radius. So this includes yourself and not quite Lofus. Unfortunately, he's about 20 feet away from this thing right now.
Mm-hmm.
So a cloud of spores, toxic spores, extend out from this thing. Not the same yellow spores that you guys saw before. I do need you to give me a con save.
+5.
Oh, thank God.
Uh-huh.
This is for me?
Yes, sir.
+5. 30.
Cool.
You way save. This thing screeches. I cannot do a screech. That was awful. My voice is that's not what it was supposed to do. Okay. Distraction. So, Lopez, you get to go again, buddy. That thing burned its action.
All right, I'm going to pull out my my mace.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to Great Weapon Mastery. I'm going to 4th level Divine Smite. Do I get advantage on attacking this thing since it is grappled, or no?
Sure.
All right.
That was way too easy, and I hate that.
That was such a DM, like, you know what? Yes, absolutely.
If it wasn't, it would have been a 19 and then a 9. So does 19 hit the rock?
19 will hit the Vrock, yes, but the 9 will not.
Okay. So this is attack number 1. So that'll be 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And then for Divine Smite, where is my Divine Smite? So that'll be 5 point. Is this thing's a fiend? You said, right? It's a fiend.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it's a demon.
Ooh, that's gonna
smite thy demon.
So it'll be there'll be 7 radiant damage, so 78 of radiant damage. So 26 radiant.
Okay.
So 36 total. Plus 10. So from Greater Weapon Master, That'll be 46 total points of damage to this thing for my first attack.
Okay.
For my second attack, 21 to hit. It hits.
Uh-huh.
That'll be 6 points. 16 points of bludgeoning. I'm also gonna let me actually see if I have the spell slots for it before we do that. Let me see. So I used one. No, I do not. So I'm gonna have to do a third level.
Okay.
So that'll be instead of 4 plus 5 plus. Okay, so 6 d8 with 44 points of radiant damage.
Plus 16.
Yep, plus 16. So that's 60 points of damage.
60 points of damage on the second attack.
Yeah. Lofus, tell me how you kill this thing.
So again, I fix my hat and I say, "You just wasted our time," and I smash this thing. Like I kind of like signal to hide, like let go. I don't want to hit you, and I smash this thing twice in the face like a bat. And on the second one, I smash its head in.
Wow. Okay.
Are you
Uh,
are you better?
I'm better.
Move!
Let's get out of here. Let's we just run away.
Perfect. All right. This whirlwind of spores from the other side of this wall of thorns. It is going to go ahead. We are channeling negative energy. So, creatures within 60 feet of this thing. So that does include both Hyde and Lofus. Can't regain hit points until the end of its next turn, and that does include behind barriers and around corners. So it does not really give a crap about this wall of thorns, unfortunately.
Got
And
it.
it will stay put right where it is.
Got it.
I'm gonna keep going.
We're booking it.
Yeah.
We're gonna play my favorite game, the ignore it and it'll go away method. Let's go.
Okay. You guys, I guess combat ends? Question mark?
That thing is still banished, but
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, interesting. How's everybody feeling? I'm just curious. You guys can have a second to talk amongst yourselves if you would
Anxiety
like.
ridden.
all right. Well, that was entertaining. I did enjoy that.
What
Also,
was it? Did you have a good time? Yeah.
I just dropped concentration. That thing is back. Yeah, I had a great time. I wonder how that rock is gonna do with that spores thing in there, though. Let's keep going, just in case.
Thoey, you did that?
Wait, which thing? I did a lot. I mean,
The
the
wall?
the thorns. Yeah, that was me.
You grabbed your staff and got thorny.
Correct.
I'm gonna talk to Jackal about you. We've got to stop whatever you're watching.
What?
But that was a really good thing. That thorn wall. I'm really
Thank you.
tired of things trying to kill us. So can we please move? Yes,
Move.
good.
Moving.
Let's
We
move.
should, because there's a good chance that when I am concentrating on something else, that thorn wall is going to disappear. And so, wait, no, maybe not. I don't know. I don't remember. I haven't done this spell before, so I don't know how it's going to work. So
It's-
we should probably keep moving.
It's okay. I have not done that
I'm just
spell
going to go
either.
look that up real quick.
Yeah.
It was a wonderful first time. Let's go.
Brr.
Okay, are you all just walking normally? Are you doing anything?
Last we heard
going through
was-
this room.
The last we heard was that this was the path that we needed to follow. Like
Yeah,
that this was
it
the
is.
path. And so I think Hyde is taking looks around, but his intelligence is so low that like he's just kind of barreling ahead of the group. You know what I mean? Large arms like sort of dragging on the ground a little bit.
Okay.
Leon is looking every little detail. He's so tired of things coming through walls, dropping on us. He's so done. He's waiting for the static to come back in his brain any minute now. So any minute detail or any shift in the shadows might just get a bolt through it at this point.
Okay. Leon, you notice Give me a perception check. I just want to see how high I am with
Oh,
advantage,
fantastic.
like I said before.
With advantage, cool. So
Mhm.
I'm gonna need that. That's persuasion. I'll take that as a roll. It's a 4. So that would have been a 3 with perception 'cause I have a -1.
Okay.
And that's 6. So we're coming up Millhouse.
Wow. Okay, Leon. Here's what you notice, my friend. You're in a dark, dark hallway.
Yeah.
Do any of you have dark vision?
Yeah, thank God.
If
Anybody
I
else?
I do
cast
not.
it.
I'm human, so I don't have it.
Okay.
My
Leon, you're the
my hammer is emitting light.
Same with
Okay.
my crossbow bolt still.
Yes, you two notice this darkness almost eats the light of your weapons. As you look down this hallway, Leon, you are the only one who notices, and probably this is attributed to your ties with death, and like, you probably know a thing or two about, blood and where blood comes from, just as a
It's kind of
stretch,
my thing, you know.
um, there is a bright red light at the end of this hallway, and as you are creeping forward, there is a door to your left. Are you continuing forward, or are you going to your left where there is a bright white light coming from under this door, and you do not get a sense of what is on the other side?
So red light in front of me, but white light in the door to my left.
Yes, sir.
I feel as if can anyone see that? Is it just me again? Am I playing headlights this time?
Door.
Uh so yes, there's a door to our left. There's red light in front of us, and quite frankly, I'm so tired of walking into ominous colors, so I think maybe the white would be a better one.
Open door.
Please, by all means.
Hyde is good at opening doors, and he will open the door.
Okay. As you guys start to walk in, Lufus, this red light, you are the last one to enter this room to your left with the white light emitting from under the door. The end of the hallway, you would know, just so everybody knows, you can choose to tell the rest of your party or not. There is a death tyrant and a death knight at the end of that long, long hallway. That bright red light is the eye of the death tyrant. You know this distinctly from your sense good and evil. And it is coming towards you guys very slowly, but it is slowly creeping its way.
Okay, I
Are you
will
shutting
go
the
in.
door behind you?
I'm shutting the door behind me.
Perfect.
No.
Now, as I'm shutting the door, it's kind of like where I'm just like. Are you guys familiar with what a death tyrant is?
Squeeze me? You want to try that one more time? Are you playing good news, bad news? Tell me the good news first.
Good news is this room seems to be pretty cool. I divine sensed it. Don't worry, we're pretty good.
Oh,
The bad
fantastic.
news is, and there's two sets of bad news. We have my mortal enemy, which is a death knight, a fallen paladin. Yes.
If they're dead, this is good, right?
He's got a point.
And I will be dealing critical damage to them because radiant damage and undead. Yes. Anyways, also a death tyrant.
See, that's the name that I didn't like.
Yes.
Yes.
If the tyrant is dead, this is good, right?
It is good. I think it's good and fun.
Well, I mean, I feel like there are different definitions of dead. Like if he's dead, like lying on the ground or perhaps under the ground, that's probably better. But if he's dead and actively pursuing us, probably not so much.
They'd be undead. Undead.
So this is right up my alley. Like these strange aberrations and what they are right up Leon's alley. Does he know the fact that these are like death tyrants are basically beholders that scared themselves to death?
As a level 20 blood hunter, you absolutely know that, Leon.
So he explains it. He goes, so you guys have heard of like beholders, right? The big purple eyeballs. There's one in Waterdeep that no one likes the fish for, but beholders.
Yes.
Cool. Um, Death Tyrant is when a beholder takes a nap and scares itself, and it like implodes on itself because it's like scared people's gonna take its power. So it's like a new game plus beholder.
I peed on myself one time when I was scared.
See? But imagine if you peed on yourself and instead of wiping it off, your foot turned to bone.
DM, can I ask an odd question?
Sure, I love odd questions.
If Jackal is inside of Hyde and he's weighing the options, they don't look good, right? With those two individuals here and the four of us trying to get to the end of this.
Dr. Jackal, inside of Hyde. As your eyes adjust to the inside of this room, while everyone else is so worried about what's going on outside, you, as being inside Hyde, notice the inside of this bioluminescent green, white light it would seem from outside, but bioluminescent green as it turns out on the inside. Huge pool of stagnant water that's in the middle of this cave with glowing green algae that's kind of drifting on the surface while tiny white fish flit around in the water. Hyde is very interested by this. Dr. Jackal, you feel very calm in this room despite the angst that is with Hyde at all times.
Hyde will immediately turn and look over at the pool, and just without saying a word to the group, will just sort of touch them all on the shoulder as he walks past them towards the pool.
Where are you going?
He's noticed
Water.
something.
Jackal like water.
Yeah.
These white fish look really pretty, Hyde. They
Pretty.
look really nice. They look like they would just swim right into the palm of your hand if you had a little bit of water scooped up.
Hyde puts his hand in the water and cups up a little bit of water.
Just feels like normal water. Nothing happens to you. A couple of fish kind of, nip like those Korean like foot massage things where you put your feet in the water and they kind of eat the dead skin. That's kind of happening to you right now.
Fish
The
therapy.
little white fish eat the tips of the dead skin. Maybe a little bit of the crusty blood that's on your fingertips under your fingernails.
This nice. We should just stay here.
And there's only that door leading back out, yeah?
Leon, give me a perception check.
Oh, fantastic.
Hyde is going to... The husk will stay there and melt away as he is calmed down enough that Dr. Jackal steps out.
18.
18. As you look around, there is another door in the pitch black on the other side of this cavern. It has a red X written in blood on it, but you can see coming from the other door that begins to shake. It is clearly locked, and Thunderwing looks at it, her wings kind of shivering with anticipation as the doorknob slowly turns.
Oh,
The door shakes, and the doorknob slowly turns back, and the red light slowly dissipates back down the other end of the hallway.
I officially hate it here. I'm just going to say that. I hate it here. I never want to come back to this place. This is dumb. I don't like libraries ever anyway. I'm done when I'm done with this place. And
Can we not insult libraries while we're having this
Yes,
discussion?
know what,
let's not insult libraries.
I've had a really...
Yeah.
I'm sorry. He... Oh, goodness. He will take a step into the ethereal again. And look on the other side of the red X if that's in the direction of our tea-sipping god and goddess.
It's fine. He does this occasionally. It's like a timeout square. He'll be back in just a bit.
Because in his mind, they've gone over, up, and then back, so they should still be in the direction that he's looking.
Leon, you look into the ethereal plane, and there is an empty throne on the other end of that other door. There is a half-sipped cup of tea sitting on one of the armrests with a crown that you see of the queen of Zuktmoy kind of hanging off of one of the small those
Hello?
little gold trinkets on the top of the throne.
I was here earlier. Party for one. Anybody in? Anybody?
You hear in your ear not the voice of Jubilex, Demon Prince of Oozes,
Okay.
the gooey guy, as he
Yeah.
were.
Gooey guy.
Or Zuktmoy, Demon Queen of Fungi. Her mushrooms are
Zuktmoy.
silent. You hear almost as if on the wind. Not the voice of someone you were hoping for,
Of course.
but the voice of the Lich herself that you've heard a few times before.
Oh, I like her.
It appears you've reached the end.
Great.
Unfortunately, I can't come to you.
Why?
You hear nothing else.
We've done a lot. It's been a rough couple days, and I don't know if you know this, but you've got a death tyrant in the other room. Usually that doesn't go. You don't. You know, there's not a coupling here of gods and demonesses and undead. This whole place is an uncategorized catacomb. So I will come, but I need some sort of like. You gotta give me something here. I think we've been through a lot.
The madness is becoming on you, my boy.
The madness was coming before I came here. It's gotten worse, though, I'll tell you that.
Zuktmoy truly has an esteemed confidant in yourself. I'm ready when you are.
What about this room? This luscious green room that seems to be in the middle of a cave that's full of death and decay. What is different about this room? At least give me that.
You hear nothing else.
Leon's gone, right? Like Leon just
Yeah.
kind of sidesteps
Yeah.
into another
He just
dimension.
went bloop and just went through.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
He'll pop back in. Cool. So, we've got ourselves kind of in a sandwich already. We've got Death Tyrant number 1, and we've got who we're looking for on the other side.
Also,
Oh.
don't forget the Death Knight.
Of
Oh,
the
of
door.
course.
The door with the red
Yeah.
axe. They're on the other side.
Yes.
Oh, perfect.
So during the fight, and he'll look at the Lophus because during the fight you were there. When I talked to the god, I talked to a god and goddess, the goos and fungus. It was a whole thing. That throne is now empty. I don't know if that's a big deal. It sounds like a big deal, so I'm gonna say it anyway. But now on the other side of that door is our spore lich friend. You know the one I described? She's okay from like here up and then down. It gets a little weird, but we're still kind of open to ideas. So yeah,
Zuktmoy.
that's the one.
There we go.
I'm so tired.
It's all right. It's all right, Leon. We have all traveled long and hard, and we've sought to end whatever sort of tyranny is affecting the people of this land, and we are so close. I I don't know if we're all going to make it out of this situation. If past instances have proven otherwise, but I will say that I have made many mistakes in my life. But assisting all of you is one of the finest things that I have done in order to try to make up for it. So, oh, kitty. So he will nod at the group, and and fix his glasses and sort of shine them on the whatever remnants of his shirt are still somewhat clean. And he will.
Prestidigitation.
Thank you, Lofus. He will look at the water a bit, and does it look drinkable?
Absolutely, it does.
Yeah, Dr. Jackal takes a sip of water, as it may be the last sip of water that he gets, and stands at the door as if to say, "Whenever you all are ready."
Before anybody does anything crazy, Thoe, with this new staff that you have, is it in your hand currently?
Yes. Yes.
It glows green, kind of intertwined within the tendrils of the sticks that have all been woven together to formulate this beautiful staff. And you get an overwhelming sense of calm. You just know by holding this staff, by hearing Leon's testimony as to what he heard in the ethereal plane, you can definitely take a rest here and you'll be safe. You don't have to sacrifice yourselves here.
Does everybody feel that calm feeling?
No, the exact
I
opposite,
feel
actually.
safe here. I
Yeah,
feel
Zoe,
like we could rest.
This was the old Xanthoria reaching out to you as a fellow druid, for sure. Before she turned.
If we can rest here, then I'm going to I'll sit down against a wall or something sturdy and start resting.
I mean, I can hear her talking to me, and I can hear her connecting with me, and we can rest here.
Though it might behoove us, should we face her in whatever form she's found herself, to see if there's a way that perhaps you can connect with the part of her that still lives. If there's any sort of way that druids can communicate, that might be a way to reach her.
I will have to meditate on that tonight. But perhaps.
Sure.
If I remember correctly, the staff that Thoe has an X on it. Would that be the same X that's on the door?
It is.
Okay.
Ooh,
I pointed out to Thoe.
very nice.
Oh. Yeah.
I don't know what significance it has, but
With
Too much
the
attention to detail. Wow.
with the sound of "We can rest here," Leon finds the comfiest patch of grass and just.
Leon, mushrooms surround you and make sort of a bed of sorts.
Oh,
And,
okay.
and Thunderwing finds herself on a smaller mushroom next to your head.
Oh, fantastic. They plague me when I sleep even. Nice.
Is this a short rest?
You guys get to choose.
Do you guys want to go into this fully buffed?
I would
That'd be
prefer
great.
a long rest.
With a Death Tyrant and a Death Knight, yes, I would like to go full.
Okay. Full rest then.
While you guys are doing that, I don't know if there's anybody available in chat, but can someone roll me a d20?
Someone doing it.
I think she was talking to the audience.
Oh, in chat. Got it. Oh, yeah.
If anybody's available, if not, one of you guys can roll it as well.
Here, I'll do it.
Okay. With a 12, that same thing happens as you guys are resting. Thankfully, it was between 11 and 20, y'all. This Death Tyrant and this Death Knight, once again, perusing the hallway, slow turn of the doorknob, slow unturn of the doorknob, red bleeding in from under the door, red bleeding back out from under the door and back along the length of that long hallway from whence they came. You guys are not disturbed again as you long rest.
Alrighty.
Well, this was great. I got a nice. Oh God, we're still here, aren't we?
Can I, since she's a druid, while I'm sleeping, can I switch out a couple of spells? Is that okay with you?
Absolutely. Go ahead.
Okay. Do you want to know what they are, or
No need, my friend. No need.
okay?
As they wake up and head towards the door, Dr. Jackal will hug Leon. It is a very, I know. All right. And then and back up, and then just sort of make his way over towards the door.
Wowza. Okay, is everybody following Dr. Jackal over towards the door?
Before we do that,
Well, yeah. Go ahead.
If anybody has anything else they want to do.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and kind of channel everybody and say, this isn't much of a prayer, but it is much of a we're going to go out there and we're going to try our hardest. Each and every one of us, especially each and every one of you.
Wait.
I fought Death Knights before. I have heard and seen Death Tyrants before. I believe that each and every one of us can go ahead and destroy these things with no issue, no problem. I give my trust undying to each and every one of you, and that goes for both of you, Hyde and Jekyll. Now, when we open those doors, I will be the first one to lead the charge. And once we reach our enemies, we shall smite them where they stand or hover for the Death Tyrant.
Leon will lean over to Lofus. We're going to the Lich, not the Death Tyrant.
Oh, in which case, I will change my speech to, we will fight the Lich, and we shall succeed. And if I give my life to protect any of you, then so be it. I am evoking my feature, Inspiring Leader, to give every person here 25 temporary hit points.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna immediately burn a couple of those HPs as I reinvoke my crossbow with the Crimson Red of Dawn, so I get the glowing bolts back.
Chaboy is at 310 hit points, babies. Let's do this.
Oh, buddy.
I finally got to use Inspiring Leader.
Yeah.
That was great, Lofus. What a great speech.
I like the
I
correction
need
from
to roll
Leah.
myself.
We're going the
other way.
Oh, okay.
Everything I've said up until this point stands.
Minus the part about the Death Knight and the floating tyrant.
Well, everyone will be in melee range. It's golden opportunities, silver linings.
Dr. Jackal's gonna rage, and Hyde is gonna step forward.
And just to clarify, just because since I missed last week, I want to make sure when we say Lich, we are saying the now form of Xanthoria, correct? Okay. Okay. So I want to do two things before we go in there. I want to look over at our Lofus, because you are probably going to be our running in there first guy.
Lofus is gonna be a close second.
Listen, I just want to. I will be depending on whoever goes first. I think you have a faster speed than me, so I shall be in a second.
Okay. Actually, ability checks. Okay, so I'm still going to look over at Lofus, and I'm going to touch him on the arm and say, "You've got this. We've got this together. We're all going to get through this." And I'm going to cast Foresight, which means that you have a limited ability to see into the immediate future. For the duration, you cannot be surprised. You will have advantage on all attack rolls, ability checks, and saving throws. And any other creature who tries to attack you will have disadvantage on any attack rolls against you for the duration. That is for the next 8 hours.
Oh,
that is my nuke.
And for you, I'll put my hand on your shoulder and say, "Thank you for your trust in me. And as I've said before, I believe in you. No, you shall not be greeting death. this day, and I will cast. Where is it? Not Raise Dead. That is the wrong one.
False life or something like that. Death ward.
Death Ward.
As Thoe and Lophus both cast spells on each other to augment them for the battle ahead, I will put a hand on Leon's shoulder and say, "We are probably going to die. I will not throw your head at your body."
Oh, spike it.
That's the nicest thing you've ever said to me, Hyde. I promise not to do the same.
You are a good friend, Leon.
That's all I've ever wanted to be. Now, please, dear gods, can we get out of this mushroom cave?
Yeah, but one other thing, just I mean, if anyone is interested, I don't
Sure.
I don't have to, but I spent some time in meditation before sleeping last night, and I can. Are you familiar with scrying? I can take some time to.
I cry a
and-
lot. It's pretty easy.
No,
Yeah,
it's
I do
called
cry a lot.
scrying.
Oh,
It's
Oh, wow.
SCRYING.
yeah, it's super crying, is what it is.
Well,
No, it's not.
so perhaps I could find out a little bit more about where our target is,
How
what they're
long would
doing
that
at the
take?
time. Well, it takes me 10 minutes to just sit and.
He points at the door with the red X on it.
Yes,
That's where they are.
that's where they are. I know, but just to see what they're doing, or if there are any advantages in the room that they're in that we could know about ahead of time.
Okay,
You know, sometimes it helps to know the territory before you go in.
sure.
I mean,
Hi-
if you don't want to wait, we don't have to.
No, Hyde sits on the ground. Crisscross applesauce.
Now, there's the familiar first hand, second hand, like heard of, you've met, and then you're familiar with the target. But I also have the target staff. I'm going to use that for the scrying. So I don't know if that will affect things. So like the save modifier.
Oh, you're
is
looking in
anywhere
on
from a-
her.
Yeah, the thing we're about to go fight.
Thoe's gonna look at a lich?
Well, I was hoping by looking we can see around the room and at least get an advantage. But this also could go terribly wrong. But then again, what have I done tonight that couldn't go terribly wrong?
That's fair. That's fair.
Within this time, I will.
Sarah,
They
you're
have to make
muted.
wisdom saving throw.
My dude.
Oh yeah, you're muted. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. What were you going to say, Lufus?
I'm going to pull out my mace and stand it in front of me, and I'm going to do a prayer. And then once I finish the prayer, I'll put my mace back, and I will cast Aid. Aid will increase our maximum HP by 5 points.
Oh,
Okay.
fantastic.
I have 269 now, not including the temps. And that'll last for 8 hours.
Sweet.
Wow. Okay. Are you all ready for this, Thoe?
Thoe's scrying.
Yeah.
Alrighty, Thoe. You are in your element right now, my friend. You are fully gripping this staff with both hands, trying to get any kind of an advantage, kind of reaching into the same sort of etherealness that Leon has been using to give you guys a sort of a heads up or a leg up on the situation at hand. Having been through all of the nooks and crannies of this thing, almost as if floating through an endless wormhole, a worm created by a hole created by a giant purple worm, as you were for almost an entire session. You know exactly that through a tunnel behind that door lies a giant alcove in which Xanthoria is currently conducting an experiment or a ritual of some kind. I will not tell you what that is, but she is hard at work with an individual in front of her on a table. The tunnel leads to a dead-end cave supported by a natural pillar of rock. The chamber contains a riot of fungi and tree-sized mushrooms, as well as more puddles of ooze, Leon's favorite. Under one of the giant mushrooms in this hallway, a robed figure works furiously on a vivisected deer splayed across a moss-covered table. 10 feet away, a young boy bounces excitedly in an iron cage, swinging it to get a better view of what the robed figure is working on. He's not afraid, but he definitely seems curious. And he's clean and he seems well fed. And he addresses the robed figure, calling her Xanthoria and asking her to show him what she's doing in an attempt to alleviate his boredom. You also see in this room, kind of tucked away, that same treant that you summoned earlier in the session. You see you'd recognize this, a Nalfashni, which is kind of at the right hand of Xanthoria, overseeing this experiment. You see 4 will-o-wisps in the back of this, waiting if any of you drop, to ensure that you stay gone.
Yep.
And of course, you see the robed figure conducting the deer experiment herself.
Oh, God.
I describe all of this and finish it with, are we sure we want to go in there? I mean,
There's
is
a-
there an alternative?
There's a Nelfishne in there.
Yes. I'm absolutely sure that that is
Who
what I saw.
made this dungeon?
There's a what in there?
It's a Nelfishne, big pig demon, like a pig.
Oh, is it undead?
No, it's a abyssal demon.
Oh. I gotta look this up.
It is big, yes.
For those of you that don't know what a Nelfishne is, it looks like Ganon from Zelda. Like it's
Oh,
very
that's what I was hoping.
terrifying.
Lots of tusks.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's what I was hoping for.
All right.
All right.
Yeah. Good news. There's a lot of things to kill. Do we know if will-o-wisps can be banished, just in case? No, nobody. Cool. Fine. But you know what? Cool.
You listen to me. This is your mushroom fact. Mushrooms are resilient. They are used to being beaten down, and they grow back up. They are used to high temperatures, and they grow back up. We are mushrooms. Resilient.
Did we get more temporary HP, or I'm just kidding?
That was really. It's very well said. I also think maybe comparing us to things that we want to kill probably wasn't the best, but you know what? It was really good. It was so good. You can go first, Hyde.
Hyde smiles and says, "You are a good friend. Small entrance or big entrance?"
Flashbang.
Oh my god.
Unless though he has something else.
No, I mean, based on what I know, is there one that's strategically better than the other as far as like line
Nope,
of sight to what's her name on the table, Xanthoria?
I'm gonna. I think she knows we're here. She knows. I'm 100%. She knows we're here. So whether we walk in there
Though
quietly or walk in there loudly.
Thoe, you try talking. See if Druid's still alive. Lophus, take Demon. Leon, back up. I kill Will-O-Wisp.
It's a plan.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Is
So
anybody
when
else
I walk-
treant?
Oh well.
Leon,
We'll do that one on the fly.
Leon, you want Will-O-Wisp or Treant?
I'll do the treants. I don't like trees anyway. They're stupid and in the way. I'm sorry. It's treants, not trees. You know.
Cool. Are you guys ready?
I'm
Yes.
ready.
If we're supposed to talk to her first, should I go in first? Because are we gonna try the talking thing?
Sure.
Oh,
Okay,
I
maybe
guess
you
we
should
could talk.
maybe you should hold off on attacking anything till we find out how she reacts to the talking thing.
The code word is pineapple.
Okay.
Pineapple.
When we go through, I'm not holding the staff like this or like to attack. I'm holding the staff in front of me, across almost like an offering.
Okay. Who is opening the door? And what order are we in when we open the door?
I will be a gentleman and open the door for Thoe. Thoe is going in first, and then and Thoe wants to go in first and talk to the Lich. Like, that's great. I'm gonna
Hey,
open.
this was your idea.
I'm gonna open the door for Thoe. You didn't have to agree with the dumbest guy in the room. And
Okay.
he will open the door for Thoe.
Perfect. As you open the door, a spewing of brown mold erupts in front of all of you guys. Like, this door has clearly not been opened in years. She has never set foot in this safe room of sorts that you guys are in. This is clearly an anomaly in this cave, and I need everybody to give me a Constitution saving throw.
I get advantage. +5, everybody. Oh, it's a good thing.
Oh, Thoe.
29.
With the +5 of 33.
Okay. I forgot to say this earlier. When we opened that door, I was going to cast Bless at a first level to give it to you three.
Cool.
Okay.
I'll allow it.
20. So everybody roll a d4 to add to that.
Yeah.
I got
I-
33.
What was yours, Thoe?
It was a 3. I'm rolling that D4 now, but I don't think it matters. So that's now a. Oh, well, it was a 4. Oh, it's a 7.
Plus 5, 11. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
11.
Plus
There
5.
we go.
Okay, 11.
11.
I'm
Oh, no,
contributing.
that's a 12. That's a 12. You saved, Thoe. 7 plus 5 is 12. Okay, just everybody knows I'm good at math sometimes. Okay. That's kind of good for me as the DM to be good at math sometimes. Everybody just takes 12 cold damage as the air around this brown mold becomes frigid. And did anybody who all got over a 20?
I got a
I
33.
did.
Everybody else got over a 20. Thoe, you take 50 necrotic damage from this brown mold. Everybody else takes 25.
Mama, no.
I will actually take all of her damage using Divine Allegiance.
Okay.
Thank you.
Ooh.
So how much damage? So did you take
It was.
at first?
I took 50 points of damage.
So you're going to
50
take.
points of damage?
And then the other.
12.
Yeah.
12.
Or because
Yeah.
you saved. Yeah, 12.
So
62
12. Okay,
points
so
of damage.
62 points of damage.
62 on
Oof.
top of the 25 you took, man. Oof.
Jeez. Thank you. Question
Okay.
mark?
And I have a question.
Yeah.
Lofus, you are the only person in this party that I have recorded that removed the yellow spores from yourself after being in that small meditation room that
Actually,
you guys were in.
I really did mess this up. Okay, sorry. Go on.
So
I forgot to roll my dice.
you are the only one who does not take 35 psychic damage
Hyde
from
left
those
that.
yellow spores.
Hyde left that particular husk behind when he transformed.
Sure. Alrighty. You're fine. You're fine.
Was this last week or the week before?
Last week.
It was last week without Thoe. But you guys had
Okay.
encountered these spores before that, too.
Yeah,
These
it
have
was
been
the
around
first-
since session 1.
Session 1.
Disguise
Okay.
self doesn't count as cleaning myself up, does it?
No. I
Didn't
think
think so.
Lofus specifically cast a spell.
Prestidigitation.
that.
You
over
guys
and over.
pressed
Prestidigitation to get it off of me.
Yep. Listen,
And then I have
keep
spite
track of
and disguise self.
everything. Keep track of everything. My notes are ridiculous. You guys
just,
better be ready for next Thursday, man.
Woo!
Just to note, I do
pumped.
want to say,
Yes.
I forgot to roll my portent rolls whenever I sleep. I'm sending them to Dr. Jackal so he can see what I rolled. That way, somebody has track of what I've done.
Okay,
Okay, for the future.
perfect. Does anybody else have anything they would like to do before we enter this hallway?
No, I've got
Alrighty,
my
gang.
bolts ready. Yeah, we're good. Yeah. Oh.
So glad we got that long rest.
Yeah. Well, I'm
Yeah.
glad we
Wasn't
did.
that great? Wasn't that
We
good?
would have all
that
just
you all-
walked in and dropped
It
it.
just dropped.
Bye. Well, that was quick.
Good thing Zoe's a druid. Okay. So, the scent of decomposing vegetation is overpowering in this hallway. There are creatures of all shapes and sizes that are partially entombed in the fungal growths, resembling a horrifying botanical garden from floor to ceiling around you guys. There are ancient mushrooms, like not you have not seen anything like this in any other room of the cavern. You have seen big, but I am talking California redwood mushrooms as you guys are walking forward. Largest trees looming overhead, puddles of stinking goo dotting the floor. Thankfully, Leon has encountered this before, so you all are successfully avoiding this with your little tippy toes. I will say, um, even Hyde is able to successfully maneuver with the help of the rest of you. And as soon as you guys reach the end of the grove, you look ahead as Xanthoria, the Lichen Lich herself, and she has the head of a skull. Her eyes are glowing bright green. She has one of those Queen Elizabeth collars made of a full, like, halved mushroom around her neck, and a full dress under the front of this cloak that is made up of mushrooms that grow up the side of trees. Almost, you cannot see her feet. She almost looked like she is cone shaped from the waist down. Thank you so much for the bits, Indigo Jima. I appreciate you. Nice to see you
Hey.
here. That's so nice.
That's so nice.
What a good way to start combat. Okay. So, she looks over at Thoe and offers a crooked smile. And as she does so, that boy that Thoe was telling everybody about, that is now silently staring straight ahead as if he's just witnessed his own death, stiffens, and his body withers into a dry husk in the cage above you all. Unfortunately, Xanthoria doesn't blink an eye. She doesn't have eyelids to do so. She continues to concentrate on her grisly work, the deer in front of her. And a small symbol of Sylvanus, you see, hangs around her neck, Thoe. Unfortunately for her, she seems like she's too preoccupied to have any further conversation with any of the rest of you. There is the Nelfeshni. He has a name tag. His name is Danjek.
Oh, thank God. Family pet, you know?
Mm-hmm. He's just staring at you all as you enter. You see the 4 will-o-wisps against the backed wall, landing in wait. The giant tree ent is directly to their left. And Xanthoria slowly turns around to look at you all. I need everybody to roll initiative, please.
8.
8 for
Also
Locust.
8.
Wow. Guys.
Oh, 12?
Zoe!
I would say my
no.
dex is probably higher than yours, Lopez.
I have
Okay.
2 decks.
All right, so it's Leon then Lofus with the 8s,
Yes.
correct?
Mhm.
Hyde, what'd you get?
Nat 20 for a 21.
Wow. Okay. Let me write down this order here. I will say Hyde, you get to go first. We will do
Oof, a doof.
Yep. Then we got Chloe. Unfortunately, no one else rolled well either. I
well,
will just say this.
Silver linings.
Okay. Got Hyde, Chloe, Then we got, we decided Leon, then Lofus. This is a long chain of command, my friends. All right, nah, 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 and then the 4 of you. Okay. Wow, folks. All right, here we go. Hyde, you get to go first, my friend. What are the chances?
Hyde is going to nonchalantly walk past the demon and the treant and just give them appreciative nods and be like, "It's okay, I don't have you," and just kind of walk past them and just sort of nod and then kind of give like a small wave over to the druid lady and just kind of wave and then make their way over to the will-o'-the-wisp and just kind of stand back and then like turn back and wave at the group. And just be like, "Thoey, you got this. Just talk to her like druid to druid." And I'm just gonna hold attacks for in case things go bad. I'm just gonna, I have to hit the will-o'-wisp, so I'm just gonna smile and wave at everybody very happily and make my way over.
Oh gosh. Okay. Well, with you making that decision, you guys also notice real quick, Thunderwing is actively hiding behind you all. She will stay behind with the ancient mushrooms. She wants to be nowhere near Xanthoria.
Sure.
So she is hiding behind all 4 of you guys. Okay, I am assuming the way you described that hide, I will say that you did not get within attack distance of any of these creatures.
No.
They are very angry about it. But you successfully make your way over to the will-o'-wisps without taking any attacks of opportunity from them.
No.
Okay, so here's what we will do. Xanthoria is going to look directly at Thoey, the one person she recognizes in your group, and Thoey does... Oh wow, this is going to be a good one. Does a 24 hit you?
Yeah, definitely.
Perfect. She will hit you for 20 points of necrotic damage.
Oh,
Wonderful.
God.
And she turns back around and takes another look at her wonderful, wonderful project that she's working on. That will end her turn. She will not move. She will not do anything else.
It's obvious
Next
Thoey's
up.
in pain, right?
For
Like,
sure.
Thoey gets hurt. Oh, yeah. Then I'm just gonna, like, the minute Thoey gets hurt, like, okay, talking didn't work. Like, I'm gonna use my held action and hit those will-o'-the-wisp.
Okay, go ahead and try.
Ah!
Okay. We are going into a frenzied rage as well.
Wonderful.
Bruh.
Wonderful.
And we are just going to go ahead and make all of these reckless attacks. Okay.
Don't forget your D4 for the bless.
That's a 28 plus a D4 to hit.
Oof.
That'll do it, my friend.
31 to hit, I think, for that.
Okay.
Okay. So
Yep.
the first will-o'-the-wisp is going to take 22 points of damage.
Okay.
He's going to hit it again. That's a crit for 34 to hit. So the damage on this one is going to be a little different.
Oh.
Buddy, I don't even need that damage.
Cool.
If you even hit it for one, first one's down.
It's over like 30 plus points of damage on the second one because of the improved critical. So it's just a bam bam like will-o'-the-wisp dead. Cool. That was my held action. Go ahead, boss.
Okay. Next up, now we're down to 3 will-o'-the-wisps, by the way. Treant is up. So the Treant is going to you know what? You're close enough to it, Hyde. It is going to come over and make 2 slam attacks on you. So I need to know, out of these 2 here, does an 18 hit you?
Yeah, and remember all these attacks are at advantage.
Right. And does a 22 hit you?
Yes, 22 both hit.
Perfect. So we've got not a whole lot, but 37 damage.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Is that halved
Okay.
already?
No, that is not halved already.
Okay.
It did not roll very well.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's immediately going to burn his reaction and make a retaliation attack against it.
That's fun.
That's
Lumberjack.
Super fun. Oh, let's roll damage. Let's roll to see if we hit first. Does a 20 hit?
For sure.
Okay. Then it is another 20 points of damage on this thing. If it is undead at all, it takes a little bit extra, but if it's not, it's just 20 points of radiant damage.
Just a plant.
Yeah. We don't hit.
Perfect. Alrighty. Next up in the initiative, we've got Thoe. Thoe, what are you up to?
Okay. I'm going to first summon animals. I'm going to summon 8 giant poisonous centipedes.
Again with the centipede.
Yes. Well, no, it was snakes before.
No, it was centipedes.
It was centipedes.
You
It was
sent
centipedes.
centipedes into the tooth of this thing. You threw snakes at
Right,
me
that's
in
right.
my
Okay.
game.
I get confused sometimes.
Snakes to the TIE
right.
fighter.
Thoe's been around.
No. Centipede seems to work for the aura of this place.
It does.
Okay. And oh gosh, I'm trying to find where the root of this spell is. Okay, so that's a 3rd level spell. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. But hold for right now because they're just summoned, and I'm gonna look at her and hold the staff and say, in Druidic, I brought this for you. We need to talk.
She does not react.
Okay. I'm going to hold on to it, but I'm not sending the centipedes after her. I'm sending the centipedes after the 2 different directions. That's going to be a pain in the neck to keep track of. No, I'll just send them all towards, let's say, the tree end.
Okay.
Because it's just easier to keep track of.
Sure.
Okay.
And they'll act on your turn. Do they get to go this round?
They do, I believe. Let me double check and make sure. They're considered Fae. They're friendly to me. Roll initiative. I roll initiative for the summoned creatures as a group, but we can just decide, I guess, that it's on my initiative.
Yeah, that's fine.
They
can
obey
go right
any
after you.
verbal commands. Yeah. Cool. And I've already got their attacks pulled up. I just have to make that go away. All right. Here we go. Do you want me to roll just like 8 attacks? Just
How
all at
about
once
this?
to make it easier?
Because we are not rolling them initiative, they can go right after you next turn.
Okay, that's
Is that
fine.
okay? That'll give you
Yes.
a chance to roll everything. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. Do you want me
Uh,
to roll it now and then tell you?
And then just tell me
Okay.
on their turn. Just pre-roll it for me.
Perfect.
If anybody
Sure.
has like a lot of stuff like that, just go ahead and
Okay.
just go ahead and pre-roll. I trust you all.
Do you have
okay.
a DC for the tree end so that I can just tell you how many successes and failures? Or would you prefer me just to tell you what all the numbers are next time?
Could you also tell us his wisdom score and charisma
Well,
saving
no.
throw?
I was just trying to make it easier, but I can just read off the numbers and you can just tell me what hits and what misses.
If you want, you can treat them as a group of 4 and a group of 4.
Okay, perfect. Thank
Just
you.
like double everything for both of them, or
Cool.
quadruple. Yeah.
Perfect.
So this thing, this Nafelschnee, goes. It is going to. Let's see here. I need a Wisdom save from the only person who's near it right now is Hyde. Hyde, you're the only one on that side of the room, buddy.
Okay.
Wisdom save.
I'm sure it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Hyde's always good at wisdom saves. 15 plus 1 is a 16.
Not quite, bud. Not quite. You are now frightened.
Hyde is
Can
not.
you be frightened?
Hyde cannot be
Okay.
frightened while he is raging. charmed or
Perfect.
frightened. So he's I think the demon screams at Hyde, and Hyde just screams right back as he punches the tree ant.
Okay, sounds good. So instead, noticing that does not work on you, it does get to make a bite and a claw attack at you here. So I need to know if an 18 hits, if a 25 hits, and if a
Yes,
26 hits.
all three of those hit.
Perfect. Okay, so I'm just gonna give you total damage here. I've got, wow, that was not rolling well. So we've got, and I'm gonna go ahead and have it for you.
Appreciate you.
And then one more. Okay. Even halved, you are still taking 53.
Ugh.
Out of that, 30 of it is slashing damage, and the remaining 23 is piercing.
Got it.
Okay.
And that's already halved. The 53 is halved?
That is halved.
Oof,
Oh, God.
doof,
Okay.
kids.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Fantastic.
Okay. Balls to the wall. Quickly, if you can. Okay, that is the end of that guy's turn. And now we're at Leon. Leon, what would you like to do, buddy?
So I made a little bit of a foobar, and I will pay for my consequences if it is okay. But I forgot my Rite of Dawn. As long as I have my Rite of Dawn on, I have resistance to necrotic damage. So can I have my 25 HP back?
I
Mm,
Unfortunately, buddy,
It's fair.
I will say no.
No, that's fair.
From now on.
Read your read your sheets, kids.
Yeah.
But it never hurts to ask. But he's gonna do the one thing that everyone else has been doing and hit some things. We're gonna do this. I'm actually gonna bonus action first, if that is okie dokie with you. Bonus action. I'm going to
Lofus, you're on deck.
Ready.
Actually, no, I have to attack it first. Okay, so we're just gonna shoot things first. Because she... Oh, we're still talking negotiations. He's just gonna hit the treant.
Okay.
That was a real off... hard 20 to hit the treant.
That'll do it.
Second one, a 17 to hit the treant.
That will also do it.
Fantastic. So, first damage is 12 piercing, followed by 6 piercing, and then 2d10s, 11 radiant.
Perfect.
He's not undead, he's just a tree. And I think he's going to look at Xanthoria and inflict her with another blood curse. As a bonus action, I can inflict curse on a creature in 30 feet of you. Until the end of my next turn, charisma intimidation checks against the cursed creature have advantage. Leon's going to push his thumb against his silver fangs on his hip and kind of amplify the curse just a little bit more. So the next wisdom saving throw that this creature has to make as a whole is done at disadvantage.
Okay. Sweet.
And that's a D10 taken off of me. So I take 7 HP damage.
Okay.
So the damage was to the treant. The wisdom save was done to Xanthoria.
Interesting.
Because I don't have to hit her on that one. She just feels, and my curses work on things that do not have blood, but she just feels a little colder than normal.
Okay. Next wisdom save?
The next wisdom save she makes is at disadvantage.
Sweet, you're gonna make me burn some legendary resistances. Are you there? Okay, that's fine.
I mean,
we can do that.
That's the point, yeah.
Yeah, that's fun. That's fun. All right, Leon, does that complete your turn?
That is, yeah, that's everything.
Lofus, you're on deck, buddy. Go ahead.
Alrighty. How far away is the demon thing from me?
You guys are. I mean, it took Hyde one turn to get over to them.
Okay.
You can just use your movement. You can get anywhere to anybody in the room from where you guys are. It's tall, but it's not wide.
Okay. And is the treant and the demon still next to each other?
Yeah, they are both currently going after Hyde.
Okay. So, and the only one that's taking. Okay. So I'm gonna walk up. I'm gonna run up with my weapon out to in between both the demon and the treant.
Okay, you want to be next to Hyde then?
Yeah, I'll be next to Hyde.
Okay, sure.
Um,
You guys doing a back-to-back situation?
yeah.
Cool.
I'm
All
like,
right.
you take out the will-o-wisp. We can do this.
Cool.
The only one that's taking damage between the demon and the treant is just the treant, right?
Pretty sure.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and Greater Weapon Master.
Okay.
Let's do advantage because I get advantage on my stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be 25 for the first hit, and then I'm going to be attacking the treant. I don't know if I already said
Okay.
that. And then 24 to
Either-
hit.
Yes.
Okay. So they both hit. They're both going to be level 4 smites. So that's going to
Right.
be 20 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Is a treant a fiend or no?
Just a
No.
plant.
Okay.
Just a
so
plant.
5, so 6. It'll only be 6 points of We'll do 18 actually.
Okay.
No, sorry, not 18. Whoops, my bad. 12. I'll just roll all the d8s right now.
And this is bludgeoning, you said?
This will be radiant.
Okay.
Yeah.
That first bludgeoning, you guys, if you're looking at the treant, it does not seem phased.
Okay.
Okay. So that was 20 bludgeoning, 52 radiant damage, and I'd need to roll for the other bludgeoning as well.
Okay.
23 bludgeoning.
The
so
radiant stung.
Okay. So that'll be essentially my actions there.
Cool.
Okay.
And that'll be it for me.
All right. You are where you want to be movement-wise. Yes?
Yes,
Between these
I'm
two?
right where I want to be, yeah.
Perfect. Okay. That is the lair action. So here we go, guys. I'm gonna say Thoe, still coming after you, buddy. I need a constitution saving throw for you.
Yep. Oh, hopefully that rolled con. Yep. Yes, 19.
Okay, that just saves.
Oh my gosh. And that was an 18 on the die, only a +1.
I know. You have just avoided. You can tell she was trying to steal some of your life force. She can tell a druid when she sees one. You are holding her staff, and she cannot go again on her next turn. So we'll skip her. And that is the will-o-wisps. Strangely enough, they just hang out. They're not gonna attack anybody, even though good old Hyde is trying to go after him. They are strictly there to collect you guys if you pass away. So we are back to the starting order. Hyde, go ahead, buddy.
Hyde is going to line up the treant, the demon, and the remaining will-o'-the-wisp and unleash an unholy sunburst of energy at these things. So I need all of them to go ahead and give me it's a con save.
I will say how you guys are positioned. We have Treant, we have Nelfeshni, we have you two back to back, we have will-o'-the-wisps in front. I need you to either go here, and I won't, you'll be close enough, you're not going to take an attack of opportunity. You need to either go here and just get the Nelfeshni and the will-o'-wisps, or you need to go here and just get the Treant and the
Treant and the
will-o'-the-wisps. You can now do all
will-o'-the-wisp.
three. Thank you. Go ahead.
Okay, so con save from them.
Okay. This is very strange. I will just say all of the will-o'-the-wisps get a 19.
Okay, that's gonna pass.
All three of them, and the treant, you said, right?
Yeah. So all the will-o'-the-wisp take is 10 points of radiant damage. If anybody fails, they take 20 points of radiant damage.
Okay. Perfect. And the treant, treant also got a 19.
Okay, so 10 points there. And then bonus action, since that was an action to activate it, bonus action, he's going to just swing the hammer down on the will-o'-the-wisp. He's got a job to do. He wants everybody to have an honorable death. So that is boom. Come on. You reckless bastard. 28 to hit.
That'll do it, buddy.
And it is 19 points of radiant damage on that second Will-o'-the-Wisp.
Okay, second one's down. Yep. And
That's
also-
it.
Doing great.
Apologies for chat here. The Will-o'-the-Wisps are kind of one here, one here, one here, one here. Cleave damage does not apply. They are floating in. Xanthoria is not gonna let you cleave damage her Will-o'-the-Wisps.
That's
So
true.
I apologize to you, Delta Genius. Good try. But unfortunately, we're not doing that today. On other things, sure, but not on her precious, precious babies.
That's it. That's his turn.
All right. Well, the Lich cannot go this round, so we skip over her. She is still nose deep in her spell. That is the Tree Ent's turn. So the Tree Ent is going to turn and go for, I mean, you just did some pretty serious damage to it, Hyde. It is going to, we're going to do 2 more slam attacks on you.
Do
here.
it.
So that is 2 29s.
Both
Rocking
hit.
it today. Sick. Thankfully. All right, and then I will go ahead and have this for you again. Okay.
Thank you for
so
those
that
biddies,
is-
Delta.
So that is 31 points of bludgeoning damage for you, buddy.
31.
And that is halved.
All right.
Okay. Trient's gonna stay where it's at on the other side of you. Thoe, you're up, and Leon, you're on deck after the Nalfeshni.
Okay, Thoe would know she's undead, right? Would Thoe be able to tell that?
For
That
sure.
She's an
You're
undead, basically
holding-
like, okay.
You're
Basically like
holding her
Blight's
staff.
not going to work on her. Okay.
Yeah.
Because, okay, got it. Okay, so Thoe is going to say, listen, for the record, I tried to talk to you. And then she's going to cast Sunburst at her
Okay.
at 8th level.
Wow.
She's going to make a con save of 19.
Okay. Let's see what that is. Con. She has a +9 to this. So that's going to be a 20 even. Even with an 11.
So close.
Oh, well. Crap.
Hold on. I
That
might
was
have
like-
something.
Okay.
Hold for show a second. No, mine's only on attack rolls. Never mind. Sorry.
It's okay.
Yep.
Crap. Yeah, I don't have anything else I can do with
What
that.
was it? What save was it?
Con.
It was a 19,
Con save.
con 19.
Not
yeah.
wisdom, unfortunately.
Not wisdom. Yeah. Ah.
I've got a note, buddy. Don't worry.
Mother
No,
of
I-
Cats, did you
Okay.
make that? Did you make that save at disadvantage? Or okay.
Yep. The other one was a 26.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah, you tried, Indigo.
Yep. Okay.
+9's
Oof.
no joke. Sorry.
Oof, doof. Yeah.
Okay. That's it for me.
Okay. Are you staying put? Still in that doorway? Like movement
Yeah.
wise?
For right
Okay.
now, I am.
But
Yeah,
hey,
for right now.
your sunbeam just keeps going on and on and on.
It does. As long as you don't stop it. Okay. That is the Nalfeshni's turn. So it is going to turn and it is going to go after you, Lofus. It is going to do a bite and 2 claws against you. So that is a 22 to hit.
Oh,
A
yeah,
20
I'm
Does it have
so
this-
sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No.
She should have taken half damage on that. I just realized. I thought it was a save or suck. It's not.
No, give me the damage. That's fair.
Yeah. Each creature in the light must make a con save. On a failed save, a creature takes 12d6 radiant damage and is blinded for 1 minute. On a successful save, it takes half as much damage and isn't blinded by the spell. Oh, and undead and oozes have disadvantage on the saving throw, which you did.
Hmm.
Yeah. So it was a half. I'm so sorry
That's
that
okay.
I didn't.
I'll
get that.
say you told me before I was still rolling to hit, so
So it was half of 52, so 26.
perfect. All right. Lofus, like I said, 22, 23, or 19 was the last one.
19. He hit me 3 times.
Yes. One
Okay,
bite, 2 claws.
I was gonna say he has disadvantage on all attacks against me.
Those are all at disadvantage.
Those are all disadvantage. Okay,
He has
so
a
they all
+10.
hit.
Okay. And we're gonna go ahead and do. You take regular piercing and regular slashing, yes?
Yes.
So that is 28 plus 22. So that's what, 50 plus 12. So only 62. He is not rolling well. Okay.
Only 62.
Only 62. All right. And with that, the Nalfeshni is actually going to teleport. Thoe, this thing is next to you. Now.
Okay.
It cannot
Also,
do
this,
anything else, but it's next to you.
we have to deal with the centipedes at some point too. I rolled for them,
Oh,
but we can do that
give
after
me
this.
what were they after again? The tree ant?
The tree ant. Yep.
Give me that damage.
The first group before was 22 to hit.
Mhm.
So that was 17 points of piercing damage. And they have to make a DC 11 con save, or the ant has to take a DC 11 con save.
Okay. I've got that. And that is 17.
Okay. Second group was 15 plus 4, so it was 19 to hit.
Okay. Yep, that'll do it.
20 points piercing.
Okay. Con save again?
And con save again.
That's only a 6. That's a nat 1.
Okay, so then the second one was 15 points of poison damage.
Perfect. Tree ant not looking so good, guys, to be honest with you. Its bark is falling off in several places. All right. Leon, you're up, buddy. Lofus, you're on deck.
Okay.
You're muted, buddy.
Fantastic. She has actively hit Thoe twice, so he is going to take a couple pot shots at her.
Okay.
Nat 20 plus 13.
Ooh.
Do your
33.
damage.
Um.
And I will say just double what you roll, please.
I'm just gonna D&D just Beyond has to 2d10 plus 5 for both of them, so that is
Perfect.
so 17 for that crit. That's
Mhm.
piercing, and then 27 for the other hits to hit. That is 9 piercing. The right damage on the first one also gets doubled. So that is 18 radiant for that. And then the second one is just 1 radiant. Bonus action. This comes to. Let me see if I can find it. Bloodhunters have so many things. Class feature. Here it is. Once per short and long rest, whenever you damage a creature with a weapon with an active right, I have a brawn, you can sear the arcane brand into the creature, and I get the following effects. I know where the direction of it is. Each time the branded creature makes damages me or any other creature you can see within 5 feet, it takes 10 psychic damage.
Okay.
As well as, because this is a sundering brand. Oh, excuse me. So my brand of contagion. Okay, so I get that. My brand is also a brand of tethering. So the branded creatures can't take a dash action, and if the
Okay.
creature branded attempts to teleport or leave their current plane via ability, spell, or portal, they take 4d6 psychic damage, and they must make a Wisdom save. On a failure, the attempt to teleport or leave the plane fails. So she is
Wow.
locked in here with us.
Sweet.
I'm not locked in here with you. You're locked in here with me.
Wonderful.
But that damage doesn't go unless she teleports. But that is me done and dusted.
Wow. Okay. Lofus, what are you up to, my guy?
How far is the demon from me?
I'll say what, 30 feet?
I'm gonna straight up walk towards it, and I'm gonna go and attack hit it.
Okay, you will take an attack of opportunity from the tree ent. Is that okay?
He rolls a 3 to hit me.
Okay.
Yeah. No.
Wonderful.
Walks in.
I'm
Good.
gonna go over to the Snefrishne and say, as I'm walking up, pulling out, well, my mace is on my hand. Be like, well, what was that? 62 damage? Is that what you did to me? Let me show you what real damage looks like. And I'm going to attack it on advantage twice.
Mm-hmm.
Lofus having full meta knowledge of how like people take damage in this world is so good for me. Like it is.
So 21 and a 20 to hit.
Yeah.
Wet 20.
Both do.
Alrighty.
Mess his world up, bro. Just mess it up.
So that'll
Kill
be
me,
and
I
these are
dare
greater
you.
weapons.
Okay.
So 17 plus 21. So was it 38 points of bludgeoning damage?
Okay.
I'm
Doesn't
gonna
hurt him as much as it should.
I'm gonna burn a 6th level spell slot.
Okay.
Actually, no, I'm gonna burn 2 5th level spell slots. And those are gonna be radiant damage. They do cap out, so it'll still. Oh, it's a fiend, right?
It's a fiend,
is.
so it's gonna take some extra
is.
oomph.
Okay.
It's also going to take the full bludgeoning damage because as he hits the Nelfishne, Leon's going to hit his thumb once again. And when a creature within 30 feet takes a damage, you can use one of your action to remove the resistances of the triggering attack. So he takes full damage.
That's gonna change
Good for
things.
Okay.
59 points of radiant damage.
That's good.
Boom!
Doesn't do anything extra, but that's a chunk of him for sure.
My goodness.
He is actively bleeding out.
Also, because let me see. Where is my feats? Right here. Let me see.
There's more?
Yeah, actually. Where is my bonus action? I'm going to drop concentration on Bless.
Okay.
And I'm going to use my bonus action to cast Compel Duel.
Okay.
He has disadvantage on attacking anybody that isn't me.
Okay. He has advantage. He has magical resistance against this. So
He has magical
go ahead.
resistance against this?
It's gonna be straight.
Okay.
What am I making here?
Oh, he would do a Wisdom 21 saving throw.
Okay. Unless he rolls
Actually,
a nat
you know
20.
what? He rolls a nat 1.
I was gonna say he only had the +1 to
I
wisdom.
can't do
dude.
that. Port only works once per turn, and I can't do it this turn.
Okay.
Never mind. Yeah.
Still, he has to roll a nat 20.
That dude needs a nat 20 in order to beat this. Like
15.
no.
Not gonna do it.
Alrighty. Compelled Duel, he has to. He pretty much can't move 30 feet away from me, more than 30 feet away from me.
Okay.
And he can't attack anybody else outside of me. And he already has disadvantage on me. But if he does try to attack anybody else, it's at disadvantage.
Okay.
Perfect. And yeah.
Is that it?
That's my turn.
Sure.
Lofus
Okay.
the wall, man.
Good job, Lofus. Okay, so thankfully the Lycan Lich can go again this turn. Okay, I need Leon.
Me.
Can you make a con save for me, please?
I can certainly try.
You would have +5 to that as well.
So as Lofus says, a wet 20.
Yeah, wet 20. There it is.
Perfect. Barely makes it. You
Oh.
feel no effects from their action, my guy.
I love
Once
it.
again, you felt for a second your very lifeblood trying to leave you, but you being a blood hunter were able to stick it out. That is the Will-o'-the-Wisp's turn. They stay put. That is Hyde.
Hyde is just gonna swing away at that last Will-o'-the-Wisp, I think.
There's 2 left.
There's 2 left. All right, he has a job to do. So let's see what he can do. There.
This is great,
I wanted to see if 20 to hit.
Yeah,
Okay, that is 19 points of damage.
that thing's down.
Okay, next Will-o'-the-Wisp. Come on, you.
I take it back. You did get all of them. Use this for something else.
Okay. I'm going against the Treant. We're going to clear the field a little bit. 29 to hit the Treant.
Yeah.
That is 15 points of damage against the Treant.
What kind?
Radiant.
Sweet. Okay.
And last hit against the Treant. And 29 to hit the Treant.
Yep.
20 points of radiant damage against the Treant.
This tree end is barely hanging on, y'all. This thing has seen better days. It has a giant crack going from floor to face.
Yep.
Okay.
Just yeah. Hyde is in his element, baby. He's in it to win it.
Yeah. Okay. Thoe, your turn, buddy. You are right next to Lofus and this Nafashni.
Okay. Lopez and who?
The Nafashni, the demon.
Oh,
The
got
demon.
it. Yes. And didn't she come up on me too? Centauria? No.
She has
She's
been
still,
ranged this
okay.
whole time.
She's still like 30 feet away from me, correct?
30 feet away. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And the Fashni is like 5 feet away from me.
It's right next to you. Yes.
Crap. Okay. Shoot. That's not what I. Okay. Flame blade. As a reaction, I'm
I'm
scared.
so sorry for forcing you to use anything but ranged, buddy. I'm so sorry.
I'd say
I know.
take that opportunity attack.
Take the opportunity of attack.
Oh, yes. But can I? Oh, because I can do. Wait, do I have Warcaster? I'm sorry. I have lost track of what I have. Can
Thoe
I?
has many things.
Oh.
When you're playing level 20,
No.
it's like
Warcaster
books.
wouldn't matter in this age. What we're saying is Thoe should just take steps away from it. Warcaster allows you to use your reaction
To use the spell as a damage. He has reaction, but I can use the spell as that.
What we're
not gonna
saying
help
it's
you in
your
this case.
turn, Thoe. So if you
Right.
should take the hit. You're not going to be able to use a reaction if you're taking the opportunity attack.
Yeah. So just walk
Okay.
away from it. Yeah.
Or,
Got it,
or
okay.
stay in place. Yeah.
Because it can't
Yeah.
follow you.
Yeah, I was just gonna hit it with my flame blade. That's all.
Hit it hard.
Go for it.
Okay, I have to pull up that other sheet now. Okay. Why is it moving so slowly? Okay. So I'm going to do a 4th, 5th. Do I have 6th? No, let's go 5th level flame blade.
Okay.
Four.
That-
Do I hear fifth, sixth? Do I have a sixth? Do I have a sixth level?
See how many spell slots I had.
Going
Okay.
once. Going twice.
So it is a 16 plus 30. It is a 29 to hit.
Hit it.
And that is not bad. 16 points of damage.
Okay.
It does mean, however, I believe the flame blade is concentration, so my centipede have disappeared.
Okay. It is so close. It was already bleeding out. It is struggling to stand.
Okay. That is all of
You said no more centipedes? Okay.
Yeah,
that is
no
the
more
Nofeshni's turn. It is going to attempt to go after Lofus. Lofus, we're doing a bite and 2 claws, buddy. So disadvantage against you. That is an 11.
Okay.
That is an 18.
Mm-hmm.
And that
18
is a 17.
So the 18 hits.
Okay. It has a plus 10, but it has been rolling really well so far. So, if only one of these hits you, you only take 36. And that is piercing.
I'm unflinching. I'm looking it straight in the eyes.
Cool. Cool. All right. It just looks defeated as it wallops into you with you seemingly unfazed. Leon, what are you doing now?
I'm here to clear the board now. I think everyone's within a decent threshold that I might be able to take some people down.
Mhm.
So the first thing we're going after is the Nelfish Nag.
Okay.
So does a 22 hit?
Yes.
Yeah, Bubba.
22 hits, so that's 10 piercing.
How do you kill it?
It's the 10 radiant too. It's max damage on the radiant for the bolt. So it just plows into the side. So I see it looking at Lofus, and Lofus is doing this, and all of a sudden the bolt just goes thunk, and it just boom. And then there's Leon going, I got it. You see that? You guys did all. Yeah, cool. Treant, your turn, and he's gonna shoot at the Treant.
If you snipe Lofus's kill and Hyde's kill from like two little.
Does 27 hit the Treant?
It does.
Fantastic.
You son of a bitch.
6 piercing.
All right.
It's dead. I'm just kidding.
3 radiant.
Okay.
And if it's not dead, I'm gonna activate my hunter's jacket.
It's not quite.
Hunter's jacket, which gives me a 1d10 necrotic damage added to the shot,
Okay.
and that's 7 necrotic.
Buddy. This thing is almost effectively cut in half, but it is still standing.
Imagine.
Just barely. It's a giant tree trunk.
That's very fair. I
So-
am the greatest crossbow woodcarver. So
Yeah.
but it's all yours, Hyde.
Thank you.
Okay. Perfect. All right. That's gonna be. You are doing the most towards this thing. Thoe, give me one more con save.
Sure.
This is our last lair action, I'm pretty sure.
That is a
unless you guys-
19.
Plus 5.
That'll save.
Plus
24.
5.
Plus 5.
That'll save.
24.
Yep. All right. Once again, this thing does not do anything to you. But you feel a pull from her staff. Is everybody doing okay, by the way? I didn't realize what time it was.
Yeah,
I'm doing fine.
let's
Are
see
we
this
sure?
through.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see this
Yeah.
through.
Okay. Okay. So, next thing, well, the wisps are dead. Hide. Go ahead, buddy.
I'm just so happy. I'm just so happy. Okay. 25 to hit.
Hide, you need 2 hit points, buddy. How
Yeah.
do you kill this thing?
I just slam the warhammer into the side of this thing. And basically, I want the spine to break. Like, if it's a tree, I just want the tree to go where, like, the head is just on the side. I just want to, like, that's the first attack is doing that.
You effectively split this thing in 2.
Okay. Do I have enough movement speed to make it over towards the lich?
You do. You absolutely do.
I have an attack, and I have a bonus action.
Okay.
Would you let me burn both to do something stupid?
Sure. I am all about it. Please.
I want to pick her up. I just
Okay.
want to see if I can pick her up.
How big is Hyde?
Hyde is huge, like when he's raging out and stuff like that. He also, I would also, I mean, he's human in Jekyll form.
Okay.
But he's also raging, so he gets advantage on like strength checks.
Right.
So if you want to, like, set the DC high, and let me do an athletics, like.
It's not about that.
Okay.
It is. You cannot reach her. She has a spell cast.
She's too big.
She has a 10-foot barrier around her right now.
Okay. Would I have known that was there? Like, can I see the barrier?
It's a shimmer.
Okay, so I would know that it's there.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I go really stupid.
You have enough reach to hit her, but I don't.
I am
Thank you.
going to stop raging. And Dr. Jekyll is going to step out. My AC drops considerably. And I start reading to her from her book.
Shut up. Shut up. Hold on.
Reminding her of who she was. I will take the hit to the AC. Any attacks against me are going to hurt like a mother. Unarmored bonus is off, so my AC right now is 11. And I'm just going to start reading her book to her to try to remind her of who she once was. She was a scientist. She was a druid. And I will just start reading from the book as I walk towards the barrier.
This is incredible. I am reading this directly to you guys because you have both books. You have the book from the area that you were in before.
Yeah.
You are probably reading a bit of both. Yes. Lost Memento. Showing Xanthoria the book from area, it's called L7, awakens long dormant memories of her previous life and causes her to take no actions, legendary actions, or lair actions until the end of her next turn. All current spells are dropped. The book affects Xanthoria in this way only once.
Unleash hell, kids!
The hell? Scribe.
Oh my god.
You've got one go. Like,
you've got one turn.
The barrier's dropped.
It's dropped, dude. Do whatever. All right, Hyde, is that the end of your turn, buddy?
Yeah, that's it.
Or Dr. Jackal, that's the end of your turn.
Yeah, Jackal, that's it.
That's her turn. It is effectively skipped.
Holy smokes.
Treant is dead. Thoe, it's your turn, buddy.
Thoe turns into an air elemental and moves all up in her space.
Okay, okay.
I can enter a hostile creature space and stop there. I get 2 slam attacks.
Oh my god.
Now, there are 2 slam attacks, and then there's a whirlwind attack with a recharge of 4 to 6. So what I'm assuming from that is that I can do the 2 slams and the whirlwind. Is that correct? It doesn't say when you can use a whirlwind. It just says whirlwind, recharge 4 to 6. Okay.
Lay it on me.
So, yeah. All right. So, the 2 attacks, do you want me to just roll the 2 at the same time? It's a +8, so I can just roll the 2 d20s right now so we can just see them.
Yeah. I will say anything against her is an advantage right now.
Oh, okay. Well, then, since I rolled 2, the first one's a 17 +8. It should have been +8. Why did it rolled something dumb?
You're rolling on the It's hard to roll like on the air elemental.
Here, I'm just. Can I? Do you want me to roll everything on DDB, or can I just roll this? But it gets confusing with dice.
You can do whatever.
Is that okay? Yeah. All right, I'll just roll it this way because it gets super weird.
Yeah.
Okay, so where is it? Okay,
Leon,
the first one.
I would pre-roll any of your damage too, buddy.
Okay, so the first one is a 19 to hit.
Will not.
It does not. Okay, the second one is a 22 to hit.
That does.
Okay, and then that is 2d8 plus 5, 6 plus 8, 14 plus 5, 19 points of bludgeoning damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then for the whirlwind, she's got to make a DC 13 strength saving throw.
Oh, dear. Absolutely not. That's an 8.
Okay, that's a failure. Okay, 3d8. So it's going to be 3d8 plus 2, bludgeoning damage. 7 plus 5 is 12, plus 1 is 13, plus 2 is 15. 15 points of bludgeoning damage, and she will be flung up to 20 feet away from me in a random direction and knocked prone.
Okay.
And if she ends up striking an object like a wall or the floor, I'm imagining she would hit the floor, she will also take 1d6 bludgeoning damage for every 10 feet that she was thrown.
Okay.
So
where do you want to throw her?
Well, it says random direction.
Okay, roll me a d4.
Okay.
North, south, east, or west.
Got it. It's a 4. So is that west?
That is towards the body of the tree ant, yes. She
Okay.
slams against the floor and the half of the tree ant that is on the floor.
And that would be 20 feet, correct?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
So that's 2d6 bludgeoning for hitting the floor, which is 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
She is not looking good.
And she's prone.
She is not. She's hard to hit, but she doesn't have a lot of HP.
Okay.
Okay.
And that's it for me.
I will say, Ninalfeshni, an entire round has passed. It drops dead. It has officially bled out. It has nothing left. Leon, you are next, buddy.
Now, here's the thing. Because I'm a ranged character, because she's prone, I believe it's disadvantage for me.
It is, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But
it's fine.
let's just roll it regular because all attacks are at advantage right now.
It's a straight
Okay,
roll.
so
Yeah.
it's straight roll. Cool. 28.
We'll do it.
28 for the first shot, and then a 23 for the second shot.
Both.
Cool. First one is a 10 piercing,
Okay.
and then 14 piercing.
Okay.
8 radiant, and then I
Mhm.
believe because she's undead, she is undead, I assume.
She is.
Those both get an extra D10 added to them. And that's another 5 points of radiant.
Okay. Is that the end of your turn?
That is everything.
Okay. Leon, she is on the brink of death. I will say this. With your current condition, with the mushrooms in your ear, with all of the turmoil that you have been through, you can make one more attack because you are just bolstered by the energy of this place. The mushrooms are on your side. And whatever this is, double the damage for me. Okay.
Oh god.
This is the this is Jubilex helping you out, I'll say. Okay.
He's gonna get within 5 feet of her because he has crossbow master, and he can shoot her at straight roll from, and just put the crossbow in her chest at that point. Then,
Sure thing.
but with an 18, I don't think it hits.
She's prone. It'll hit.
Okay.
If you had the crossbow into her, it's yeah.
Double the damage, so I'm doubling the dice. That's 7 plus 6, so 13 points of piercing.
That'll be enough, buddy. Are you just pulling the trigger on this girl?
He's gonna look at everyone, and then look down at her. And nod and goes, "You did what anyone else wanted to do when they tasted power. You tried. You just ended up on the wrong side of the coin." And then he pulls the trigger.
You guys have successfully quelled every beast in this place. Dr. Jackal, you are still here. You are already looking at the book, so as you glance around the room, you notice the last couple pages of her notes amongst her possessions. They detail her growing obsession with the undead, her success at turning Thunderwing into her phylactery. And armed with this information about her phylactery, you guys turn around and you cannot find Thunderwing.
Oh my god.
What are we doing?
Gotta find that fairy.
Oh,
I said something really cool back there to someone who was dying, and if she comes back, this is never gonna live this down.
Thunderwing, can you hear me?
You don't know where it's coming from, but
Unfortunately, yes.
Thunderwing, do you understand what's happened to you?
Unfortunately, I think I know now.
Thunderwing, you've seen the four of us display great amounts of bravery today. But I'm afraid the last act of bravery cannot be made by anyone here except for you. The evil that was brought onto this place is unfair, and terrible things happen to people all of the time. However, you have the ability to stop that. You are unfortunately connected to this lich, and I'm afraid as long as you are out and about, she has the potential to come back and do what she did to you to countless others.
Leon, in your left ear, as always,
Uh-huh.
you hear a small voice. Thunderwing is talking to you telepathically.
Uh-huh.
Unfortunately, I don't have very many options. But the big one said, well, he was the big one. He's sometimes the small one.
Mhm.
What about my dragon?
And he voices it out loud. What about the dragon?
God.
So there's
And
so they're both?
We saw the dragon sort of ascend, right?
Yeah, we definitely saw that.
Its bones are still there.
Bones are still there.
Why don't we go see your dragon together?
I want you to bring her to me.
Absolutely.
Do you go get the bones?
Yeah, absolutely. I will.
Do you bring them
Ooh.
back?
Yeah, I will walk out, go grab the bones as quickly as I can, and bring them back.
It's a shame.
Why?
You don't hear anything else? Damien, you're muted, buddy.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say, I thought that that area was inaccessible because of the cave-in
Oh.
that happened because of the treant.
No? Okay.
He can get back. It's on the
Okay.
other there. I'll say there's another door on the other side of this room that you can go through to get right back to the beginning. It's a giant circle.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, Thunderwing, now's not the time to play disappearing acts.
That's not my dragon.
Where is
My
your
dragon can fly.
This is so terrifying.
You know,
Thunderwing? What was your dragon's name?
Honey Blossom.
Did you know they're waiting for you?
That's great, but I'm gonna need her here, please.
Well,
There's only room for one of us where we're going.
Where are you going?
I mean, if I die, I won't be here anymore.
But wouldn't you be where Honeywing is?
No. Unfortunately, everything that Xanthoria did to me means that I have a worse fate. I will die under one circumstance, and that is that you bring my friend Bunny Blossom back to life.
oh my god.
Where's Bunny Blossom?
She's
Dr. Jackal has
gone.
her bones.
She's gone. When the whole scene happened, she faded away.
I'm afraid.
Zoe.
Yes. I mean, I don't have that spell right now. We could go to sleep.
I have
Zealot.
Revivify, if that'll work.
Zelith teleports into the room.
Ah!
Oh boy, look what you all have done here. This is wonderful. This is exactly what I asked for. Zoe, quick question. Just the two of us. Come on over.
Yes. Okay.
She
No
could
one
have
else can
done
hear
this the whole time.
whole time!
The whole time!
I'll tell you what.
Yes.
I just so happen to need a favor from you anyways, and you can't exactly go where I need you to be going full power. So, I will say, I have the ability, if you want to sacrifice, I don't know, the equivalent of 17 of your spells, I'll give this dragon a second life.
Wait. 17 of my spells or 17 of my.
Oh, of your levels, effectively.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were saying. I'd be starting
It's up
over.
to you, of course.
I'd be leaving a lot behind. But it does a lot of good, doesn't it? Let's do it. It's a new
Okay,
chapter,
then.
right?
Sure is. Okay, you guys see as Thoe is surrounded by an encirclement of spores. Bunny blossoms, dead, dry bones are also circled in these same spores. Thoe looks no different, feels no different, is effectively level 3, and Bunny Blossom makes a space for herself on your shoulder. You can have in the new campaign a small yellow fairy dragon if you would like one, Thoe.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ray,
Thoe gets an animal companion.
Ray, if the DM asks if you want a dragon pet, you say yes.
It is a fey dragon. I'll give you stuff for it.
Little fairy dragon, nice.
It's essentially a familiar.
I do like Delta's suggestion in the chat. He was just like, "Boo! Don't do it. Just farm the lich."
We're already level 20.
Oh boy.
I just traded 17 levels for a small baby fey dragon named Bunny Blossom.
She would do
I
it again.
totally would.
She would do it again.
In a heartbeat, yeah.
Okay then. I guess my job here is done. And Zelith re-teleports out, leaving you behind a notification, Thoe, of how to get to the Feywild for something she needs you to do for her for the Avowed. You are now an honorary member. You have access to the restricted section of the library. You're in
Ooh.
Candlekeep, so you can visit there before going to the Feywild if you would like. Everyone else, are you doing anything right now? Are you still looking for Thunderwing? What's going on?
Yeah, he's still looking for Thunderwing.
Perfect. She'll descend from the ceiling. She was hanging from that same rickety old cage that boy died in not too long ago.
Oof.
And she sits in Dr. Jackal's hands.
Well, if anybody's gonna do it, it should be you. I mean, you did convince me and all.
God. Yeah. Dr. Jackal holds his hands over the little fairy and will not be able to do it. And Hyde will take the hit, as he always does, and will just sort of step forth from him, preventing Jackal from having to make the hard decisions again, and put her to rest.
You guys hear a little crunch.
Before he does that, I want to cast Remove Curse to just in case something prevents her from leaving. No.
Nope. Sorry, buddy. Good try though. She shoots you a wink.
I
for
tried.
trying. Yeah. Okay. Well, with that, you guys have successfully quelled the Lycan Lich. Leon, you are still very much tied to this plane. You no longer hear the drones of Xanthoria, as those affected by the Saprophytic Plague are no longer contagious. They are still not well, but they are not going to hurt anybody else. They all just kind of drift into the forest to live out the rest of their afflicted days.
He will just scream into the dungeon. This is what you get for not inviting me to tea. I'm done here. I will be back for that chair.
Yeah. Leon, you'll always belong here, buddy. Your blood's tied to this place, and
Fantastic.
you can now go back and forth without an offering to Candlekeep. You don't need a book. And the two royalties of this plane that you have visited in the ethereal plane now can see you as a comrade. So you can choose to spend some time with them before you leave if you want.
Fantastic, yes. Everything I
Awesome.
said bad about you, I did not mean it.
It was in jest. It was in
It
jest.
was a jest. It was. I have a lot of emotions going right now.
Yeah. Damien, you receive a vision. A man who shares your name, but not your heart, tests his strength amongst the smell of fresh popcorn and the happy screams of children having fun around the big top. And you know this to be none other than Lofus, but not the real Lofus. We'll figure out that mess next week. Do you have anything to say before next
I
week?
give him my nat 1.
Shut the front door. Wow. Real quick, Delta. This is a pre-written adventure, yes, and the Witchlight is also a pre-written adventure, but I add my own spin to everything. There is a lot that I didn't include. There's a lot that I added. Scribe, you're last, buddy. Hyde is currently here. Hyde also receives a vision. Under the big top, here in the Feywild at this wonderful Witchlight Carnival, he sees a young boy. He is reminded of the blue eggs of that one bird by the same name. You know the one. He sits at the outskirts of the big top tent, clearly lost in thought and enjoying some cotton candy. You feel at peace for the first time in a while. And that's where we'll end our session. Wow.
Fantastic.
Okay, the slug really threw me off, but thank you so much for so much fun, everybody. Does anybody have anything else they need to say or do before we head out for this evening?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to next Thursday. Everybody, if you had a good time tonight, tune in. Mother of Cats continues her DMing extraordinaire skills next week, so we all get to hang out together and play more games together. It's going to be a good time.
Yay! Heart hands out, everybody. Wonderful. Thank you all for being here.
And we're going to go raid Sir Peppers.